YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Jovan.
This is Jovan's Night Flicks. 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 Every day carry for your viewing pleasure. We just having fun together. Haters try to say we weird, but we doing better. Knife community is all that matters. Welcome to the Knife live stream. Be yourself, say what's up, put the knives up. We on the stream, have a good time. Welcome to the Knife live stream. Be yourself, say what's up, put the knives up. We on the stream, have a good time. This is Jovan's Night Flicks. 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 This is Jovan's Night Flicks.
Yeah, Murray, got the world in a spin.
Blades in my hand, got the world in a spin. Jovan's Night Flicks, let the show begin. Every move sharp like the edge I hold. Stories untold, sharper than gold. Flick life, twist life, every frame tight. Knives on the screen, cutting through the night. Subscribers piling up like stacks on stacks. Jovan's in the zone, ain't no turning back. Clicks and views, yeah, they fly like sparks. Knives in the dark, carving out my mark. From ballad songs, flipping to the sickest tricks. Jovan's Night Flicks, where legends are lit. Every video's fresh like a polished blade. Precision and grind, that's how dreams get paid. Cutting through limits, breaking the streak. Jovan on the rise, every fan's heartbeat. From tutorials fire to unboxings insane. Content so slick, you won't leave the lane. Blood, sweat, grip, stealing every flick. In Jovan's world, sharp is the only pick. Flick life, twist life, every frame tight. Knives on the screen, cutting through the night. Subscribers piling up like stacks on stacks. Jovan's in the zone, ain't no turning back. Debate, don't hate. 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 We're gonna take you back, gonna take you way back with the positive rap. Now tell me how about that? And in a matter of fact, yo, don't believe the hype. We about to shine a light, it's about to be out of sight. The classic sound that's coming back around. It's the ultimate breakdown that you can get down to. And it's brand new just for you. So take a listen, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take you back, we're gonna take you way back to the sounds of the past for the message that will last. Debate, don't hate. 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 Say debating and you say hating. Now let's get to it, no hesitating. Come on, let's debate it. This hatred is faded. Now get up on the mic and tell me what you say.
We came here to have a good time. We came here to free our minds. Don't leave that negativity behind, 'cause it's a celebration of life.
We're gonna take you back, gonna take you way back with a positive rap. Now tell me how about that? And in a matter of fact, yo, don't believe the hype. We about to shine a light, it's about to be out of sight. A classic sound that's coming back around. It's the ultimate breakdown that you can get down to. And it's brand new just for you. So take a listen, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take you back.
We're gonna take you way back to the sounds of the past with the message that will last.
Debate, don't hate. Debate, don't hate. Debate, don't hate. Debate, don't hate. Debate, yo, I say debating and you say hating. Now let's get to it, no hesitating. Come on, let's debate it.
tell me what you're saying. We came here to have a good time. We came here to free our minds. Don't leave that negativity behind, 'cause it's a celebration of life. Don't hate. Don't hate. Don't hate. Don't hate. Debate. Don't hate. We came here to have a good time. We came here to free our minds. Don't leave that negativity behind, 'cause it's a celebration of life.
Lights go dark, the stream comes on. Javon's here, the vibe is strong. Click and clack, the steel in sight. Every edge sharp in Friday night. Night flicks dance under the light. Blades that shine and cut so tight. Handles spin and edges glide. Friday night flicks worldwide. He talks the craft with steady flow. Steel and story you'll wanna know. Flick of the wrist, how smooth it goes. Every frame a master show. Night flicks dance under the light. Blades that shine and cut so tight. Handles spin and edges glide. Friday night flicks worldwide. From Bowie to Karambit Steel, every flick has that cool appeal. The chat goes wild when he reveals a masterpiece you wish was real. Viewers locked in, they can't resist.
We can laugh a little bit, but are you high on cigarettes? And when that stuff runs out, you're gonna wanna make it. Are you high on cigarettes?
Let's watch Juvon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? 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 He don't smoke 'em, but he loves it when you do. That's why he's high on cigarettes. And if you find him, you should light him.
Harvey, want anything special for your birthday?
Just a decent cup of coffee.
You're kidding.
I'm serious. Honey, your coffee's undrinkable.
It's pretty harsh.
Well, so's your coffee. You know, the girls down at the office make better coffee on their hot plates. Well, see you later.
And he didn't even kiss me goodbye. You know, if I could just make a decent cup of coffee, I could relax. So, relax. Why don't you try Instant Folgers? Tastes good as fresh perked. Good as fresh perked? I'll surprise Harvey for his birthday tonight.
There's too much water in that kettle. And now the lid's on crooked. And that means disaster for this lady. Because she is on a boat. Don't boil a kettle on a boat. There's too much water in that kettle. And now the lid's on crooked.
I blew it. I blew it twice. I forgot to turn it off loop. Can y'all hear me? Am I too loud? I'm a little on edge. I don't know if you can tell why I'm on edge, but at any time I could be rabidly, or not rabidly, but I guess you'd call it ferociously attacked by a small cat. Good to see everybody. I hope y'all can hear me. Robo Steve-O can see it and hear it, and that's what matters. I want y'all to be able to see and hear whatever it is we decide to talk about. And I hope it's a good night. I've got some cool stuff to show you guys and talk about. Welcome everybody first with Brother Marco and my man Richard Hopkins, the man, the myth, the legend, big contributor to the Saturday afternoon giveaways that we have on our Javon's members little show that we do on Saturday. Josh, welcome, brother. Good to see you, man. Then we got 1931 Leatherworks, my man, and the fret sheath maker. Great little sheath. I've not been carrying this one because this one's going to Ryan, but I am going to show it off tonight and talk about it a little bit. But good to see you, Terry. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got Heyman in the house. What is up, Heyman? And I figured I'd start early because we've got Said Faction. I'm kind of like the prequel to Said Faction. So yeah, I thought I'd start a little bit early so we'd have enough time. We might have a couple of guests stop by. Marco has shared why am I going brain dead? Yako's page, if I'm not mistaken. That's what Double Wide EDC is. Really cool stuff there. We'll pull it up here in a bit. Matter of fact, let me go to where I can click. I can't click in StreamYard. So I've got to click in other areas. All right, I've got it up. Who else we got in the house? I said hey to Robo Steve, who gave me a sound check. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you. Channel member Neil McKenzie is in the house. What is up, Neil? Welcome, my friend. I'm glad you were able to stop by. And the man, the myth, the legend, the craftsman, Joe Isabella, and a fantastic human being. Good to see you, Joe. Channel member, welcome, my friend. Hope you're having a good end to your week, or if it's not the end of your week, just a good week in general. We got Sobek Scooter in the house. What is up, Sobek Scooter? The reason that I'm a TRM fanboy, the guy that got me started down the TRM rabbit hole, that was me saying I was shooting for an 8 p.m. start. And if you look at your clock, it's not even 8 p.m. yet. So I started even before then. Yes, that's right. I aim to please, and I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Angelo is in the house. What is up, Angelo? I love seeing the discourse back and forth. I love y'all chatting. I appreciate it. And I do apologize. I've got to figure out, and I've got to be more on the ball when I use that timer, because I know that 60-second timer that I'm using now really is loud if I don't turn it down on my board. For some reason, it's a lot louder than everything else. So I'm aware of it. The production department's working on it. Brando's Blade and Gear. What is up, buddy? Glad you are here. That rhymed. Right on time. Good to see you, bud. Hope you've had a good week. I do have, like I said, I've got something to unbox that I haven't looked at yet that I'm just doing a video on. Then I'm sending it back to Andrew, but he did send me the hat to keep. Did a mystery unboxing this afternoon of a knife that I believe is similar to one that Richard had donated to the channel that I've given away. It's the Orthodox V2. I didn't know what it was when Richard donated it. This is one that just came in. Very interesting blade for a budget blade. And then also had that come in that I want to talk about, which is very similar to that, but it's not. Couple of differences. USA. Actually right up the road from me. But anyways, Paul Mills, channel member, dear friend, is in the house. I hope I haven't missed anybody, because I was just going to start kind of rambling about some cool stuff that had come in. Hopefully I won't knock over my coffee, which is down here on the left corner. So you guys know I'm a big fan of Lucky Dog knives. This is the little Lucky Dog Bulldog. This is the Lucky Dog Guard Dog. Lucky Dog is, I guess you'd call it a collaboration between Andrew Kidd, who is a designer, a young man who has always had a love for knives, bladed instruments, and wanted to come up with traditional style knives that instead of being folding knives, they were pocket drop and fixed blade knives, which I instantly became attracted to them and loved this little knife. I picked this up when they first dropped, bought this. This is a 3V first production release of the Ranch Dog. He's come out with a new design that I am simply going to share with you guys. I'm going to do a video on it tomorrow. I'm sending it back so one of you guys can own it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the brothers in the chat owns this little knife, but this is the Lucky Dog Knife Company River Dog. It is a little spear point, natural. This is some kind of wood. Let me see what it is. So this is a River Dog AEBL at 63 HRC flat grind. I'm going to pull it up on the website, but it is a wooden handle. I do not think this is micarta. Very sharp. So the collaboration, before I lost my train of thought, Andrew designs these little pocket droppers, right? And then instead of going and having them mass produced, not that there's anything wrong with that, he works with David Mary Customs out of Canada, and they're able to produce small batches of very well heat treated, nice little custom, semi-custom knives, right? So each one of these are going to be slightly different, even though they come from either a water jet or plasma cut blank. So I'm a big fan, not only in the little knives, but also in the fact that the way they're done, the way he chose to go to market with them. Chris 229, channel member, what is up? Good to see you, brother. Welcome, welcome. So we're going to go to Lucky Dog Knife Company's site because these usually are available in a couple of different blade steels. When they do a drop, they do, let's see, let's just take a peek. When they do a drop, they will typically drop in a couple of different blade steels, maybe not at the same time, but I think they also have a non-stainless version that is 15C. I could be wrong. Let's take a look just to be sure. All right, so this is Lucky Dog Knife Company. I'll drop that in the chat just for those of you that would like to take a peek on your own or down the road. So what I do is just go to knives. All right, so the one I've got is an Osage orange. Okay, so this is the one I'm holding in my hand is a wood, right? So it is, and this is kind of this is the knife. I would say this is the knife. Let's see if it's showing you what I'm showing you. That's the knife that I have in my possession. So what it is it's an AEBL small fixed blade with an Osage wood. Again, I'm not familiar with that. Stabilized, and it's pinned together, not screwed together, right? So it's full tang. And if you read it, it says, inspired by the classic canoe pattern slip joint, the River Dog is our interpretation in a modern EDC pocket fixed blade. Each knife is water jet cut. That answered my question. Heat treated and handmade from the knife blank and will vary slightly from one to another. And then the specifications are here. You can get it either in stainless steel, 63 HRC, or carbon steel, 15N20. So when you go here, it looks like 15N20 is available, as is AEBL. So you can also get it in natural micarta. Let's get you a better view of the micarta. I've got a burgundy micarta here that I can show you guys, but that's a 15N20 or 15N20 version for those people who like a carbon steel. Again, inspired from a days past type of knife. Here's a ranch dog, which I do not have. Yeah, I do. I've got a ranch dog. Mine is in wood. This is the one that's kind of inspired by a spay blade. I really like this knife. This is like a combination between burgundy micarta and denim micarta. Can't verify that, but that's what it looks like. Burgundy canvas micarta and black canvas micarta. So it's not denim. Available in AEBL. Looks like the carbon steel sold out on the ranch dog on that particular one. Let's see what else they've got in stock. They've got some guard dogs, which are really neat knives. I've reviewed one of these, and I've got a review on the guard dog if you guys are interested in getting a little bit more information on it. But it is what he calls a sheep's hawk blade, which is a very, very gentle, kind of gentle bending, if you would, for lack of a better terms, hawk bill. And Kyle and I have talked about it. You could pretty much sharpen this very easily with a regular fixed angle system. You're not, if you laid a stone across that blade, the length of it, or excuse me, the width of it, you're probably not going to have much of a problem. Plus, on another side, you can get by with keeping that honed, and it's still a great little cutter. Really aggressive in terms of how it cuts. I love the fact that the tip is so pronounced. Just a cool little knife. And again, these are available, it looks like, in a couple of different colors. Looks like the carbon steel is probably not available in that color. The carbon steel may not be in yet. It could be when you see that the carbon steel is not an available option. It's because Andrew has not gotten his shipment of carbon steel yet. It could be because the carbon steel have come and gone, but a lot of times it just means that they haven't hit yet because he's not doing many at a time. So the Bulldogs look currently sold out, but they will be back. I'm sure he'll make more. And it shows some different colorways that he has coming up in some of the different designs. But very cool knives. I do urge you guys to check out Lucky Dog. I will definitely, I'm a fan. I think they make great knives. Yeah, Richard, I wasn't gonna call him out, but he picked up a river dog from Andrew and had a really good experience with it. And that is the ranch dog, which is the spay blade. The river dog, the one that Brother Richard has, is the one that I'm going to do a review on. And this one is, I'm probably mispronouncing it, but Osange is what it looked like on the website. And I wish I had a better camera because it's going to try to autofocus. Keep in mind, this camera, I don't have the bougie version of StreamYard, which allows me to get the full resolution even out of my iPhone camera. So it's treating it as a guest. It thinks this is a guest, basically. But this knife fits my hand compared to the Bulldog, which, don't get me wrong, the Bulldog is the one I carry the most. It's 4 3/4 inches. But the River Dog is an altogether larger knife and still a very small EDC fixie. So the Bulldog is sold out currently is a little mutt. I mean, it's just great for opening packages. I like it for opening the stuff I have to open, which is a lot of different bags of cat food and crap like that. And I think this knife right here, this River Dog, the one that Richard picked up when they dropped, is killer. I love the spear point. It's got a nice little sharpening choil right in front of that plunge grind. I guess you guys can see that. I do apologize for the camera, but there will be a video. It won't be a review per se. It'll be more of an overview because I'm not going to cut. I'll cut paper with this knife, but I'm not going to abuse it. I've abused both of these knives for urban EDC definitely abused them. But I want to have this fully out on Sunday. So Sunday morning, there's already a video set up for tomorrow. That's a knife that I found at my local knife store, Knives and More. Really cool. I'd never seen it before. It's a ProTech, and I just wanted to show it off. But this one, I will do a video that gives you some really good views of it and some size comparisons on Sunday morning. Great knife. Big fan. Really stoked that Andrew set it out for me to check out. And I'm really stoked he sent me this big, large brim, flat brim hat so I can play like I'm a young man again. I love it. And the retention on these sheaths, it just slips right out with my thumb. There's a great little thumb ramp. But listen to this. You've got the channel, the way it's designed, this channel that just runs up and gives you extra grip is also a perfect retention point for this Kydex. So it just really locks into place. And all of them are set up with the deep concealment carry clip. Whoops, get it on camera. So they're already set up to go in your pocket, whether you carry it in your front right pocket, like I think Richard likes to, or if you carry it in your back pocket, like I like to. It's a win-win. And then, let me get that closed. Because when I film this, I'm just going to film the whole. Because I think Andrew, who's a designer, graphic designer, like my daughter by trade, I love his packaging. I love the way he sets his knives up. So when I do the unboxing overview, I want to show that too. What's up, Ryan Ellis? I meant to get in touch with you, buddy, because I was been talking about Knives and More, and I wanted to call you before tonight and see how your trip went. Another thing that came in, though, you guys know I've been a huge fan and have shown and done a review on this little guy right here, which is the Chattanooga, Tennessee, right up the road from me in North Alabama, Big Idea Design Company. The Lookout. The Lookout's a small 6-inch, what I think is a perfect size EDC fixie. This one was made overseas. I want to say Best Tech was the OEM. I could be wrong, but it's an S35VN. You could get any scale material. This one happened to be titanium. And they come with 2 Kydex sheaths, a right-handed or a left-handed. And what makes this knife, to me, besides the size, very unique, is the way Big Idea Design Company innovated on the clip. It's mounted on the center of the Kydex, and it's this titanium clip that allows the knife to carry very deeply, right? So it's going to carry about 3/4 to an inch deeper than the actual Kydex. So this slides down in your pocket very well. And you can take that off with T8 screws and put it on a left-handed sheath. A great knife. It's been a fantastic knife. Well, this knife looks exactly like it. This knife is done exceptionally well. This one has the natural vintage micarta, which makes the knife overall lighter. It has the Big Idea Design Company logo. It's in MagnaCut as opposed to S35, and it's made in Chattanooga, Tennessee, right up the road from me. So it's a little USA made version of the Big Idea Design Company Lookout. And we'll go take a peek at it, because these are, to me, for a USA made knife, very affordable. I want to say they're definitely under 300. I think they're a good bit under 300. And I know that this one that I've loved very much, but if you look at them together, they're very similar. One of them's more satiny, the other's stonewashed. One of them's S35, the other's MagnaCut. One of them's made abroad, one of them's made here. This one with titanium handles is around 200, right around there, I think. But this little guy just feels good. It cuts good. I do not know what the HRC is. I've not had to sharpen it yet. I've just, like I said, just gotten it in and done an unboxing. It is it's therapeutically slicey. I can assure you that. And it's a flat ground, nicely done, great size for me. And then comes with a right-handed or a left-handed sheath. I've got this little janky pair of blue jean pocket. So if I drop this knife in there, this titanium clip, and I've got to give it a little help because I'm not wearing these jeans to get it over the lip. But it rides pretty deep. I don't know if that's doing it justice, showing it. So if you look at it, that's about how much of the sheath is down in the pocket. So you don't have as much of the handle coming up. It does carry very well. That's in the front right pocket. Like I said, I carry mine in the back right pocket. But Big Idea Design Company, look out. They also have a knife that they just made that I think might be sold out. We'll look at it. It's a little bit bigger. I think it's an 8-inch knife called the Signal. The Lookout is a mountain range here in Tennessee, and Signal Mountain is one of the mountains. Lookout Mountain and Signal Mountain are two mountains in Tennessee. What is up, Andrew? We've been looking at the River Dog and looking at what you've got in stock. Good to see you, brother. Very good to see you. Zachary Schmidt is the man who designed the awesome Lone Star, the knife that my buddy A to Z EDC bought from Jacob over at Very Good Knife Company that I was able to show last Friday night when Jacob joined us. The kind of spear pointy, aggressive, pokey stabby looking one. Very nice knife. Zachary designed that. That was a collaboration. And I really enjoyed, I sent those guys an email. I really enjoyed having them on. I hope I didn't say anything crazy. I usually do say things that are kind of crazy. I hope I didn't make anybody uncomfortable, but I greatly enjoyed having them on and learning about what they do, watching what they do. Barbarian Bronny, what is up? And thought it was just a good time. I really enjoyed having Jacob on to hear about his story, what he does. I love his knives. I don't own any, but like I say, I've got the next best thing. I've got a knife addict buddy, A to Z EDC. You guys should be following him on Instagram. Let's look at Instagram for a second. Not to push A to Z EDC. He's just a personal buddy, but he does give me a lot of knives to review. And he'll let me, I can cut with his knives. I can carry his knives. I don't want to pop a D10 out or have anything break, but I don't feel it's not something that's brand new, and he uses all of his knives. Usually I clean them up and they come back from me cleaner. So this is A to Z. I'd love for you guys to go give him a follow. I'm going to drop him here in the chat. And then I'm going to show you, here's his Lucky Dog collection. So this is Zachary's knife, the top one. I don't know how to manipulate Instagram to make things zoom. So I don't know how tiny this is for you guys. I hope you're able to see it. But the top one is the Lone Star. Wicked hollow grind. Beautiful knife. The one right under it is a Hawk, which is a flat grind. Beautiful. One of my favorites is right under it, the Falcon hollow grind. Nice little, probably 7.5-inch knife. Then he's got the Tradition and the Tradition Junior, the first knife I experienced, thanks to Brother Warren Wood, who let me check this knife out early on. This bottom one that looks exactly like this with the carbon fiber This one and the Falcon are part of his signature series, where the top one, the second one, and the third one are done with micarta handles. He works with kind of all price points. All of them, I think, are on the low end price point of a beautiful knife. Unbelievably done, unbelievably well done, gorgeous. Again, A to Z EDC is his name. He's got some sick hinderers. He's got some sick Ferrum Forges. He's got, you name it. I mean, Shiros, weird Riots. He's definitely worth a follow. I don't know how often he posts, but when he does, this knife right here, the one right above the J Cape, is a Dustin Driver Defense. I've got a couple of his fixed blades. That's one of his folders, custom. That's a one-off custom. It's got I always forget the name of this material, semiconductor. It's got a little band of semiconductor on the front and the back. It's a frame lock. It's got a wicked compound grind. Looks like above that, he's got a Spyderco, a Craig Brown FSD. Looks like not a GOM. That looks like the Renegade Provisions. The big one, I forget what it's called. Looks like he's got a Aries there. He's definitely got some good. This is my favorite. This is my favorite Craig Brown knife. This is the Cortex. I don't know if Paul Mills is still in the house, but I think Paul Mills has one of these knives as well. It is just gorgeous. Little interesting internal frame lock, liner lock. He's not the best videographer, but he just posts his stuff. He's also got the FSD, which is another Craig Brown, which is equally awesome, but I prefer the Cortex. But yeah, there's some great guys and gals on Instagram. We won't spend too much time there. The Maroney, what is up? Who'd I miss? Zachary Smith dropping $10, dude. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. Let me give you some love real quick. I've got to do this. Man hug. All right. So you got a great question, and we're going to research it together because two things. Kershaw, Pack Mule, I'm not familiar with it. USA made Kershaw's. I was kind of out of the Kershaw loop until Ryan Ellis, who's in the chat, talked to me about a Bel Air. He sent me his to check out. I liked it so much that I bought a Bel Air and I own one. So I'm kind of a Kershaw fan. So let's look at the Pack Mule and see what it is. Because if nothing else, I can show you something that I would buy for the same price if it was me. See, I like that. I like the look of it. Let's see how long it. Whoops. 231 bucks. And I'm sure it's not. N690. All right. Let's see how much. I'm not a steel snob. I popped myself out. Sorry about that. I'm not a steel snob at all. But when I look at that knife, an N690, let me see if I can find it. And let's see if we can find it and what it really costs. Like at Blade HQ. I thought it was going to be MagnaCut or Blade HQ. And I should not be beating on N690. I've got a lot of knives in N690. The sheath looks very good. It doesn't look like a pocket dropper. It's a full 8.4 inches, so it's a it's a working knife. That one's $10.89. Kohler and 690. Okay. Are you using it? It's a beautiful looking blade. I'm just trying to think, and again, that's a lot less. That's under $200, so I don't have any problem with it. For me personally, it is definitely. I love it, Lucky Dog Knives. Thank you for sending it to me. I appreciate it. And like I said, I'll have this. This will be Sunday morning's video. It'll come out at 11, and it'll come back to you Monday. It'll be heading your way. I love it though. I think it's a great knife. And Richard's in the chat, and he's loving his. Yeah, Blade HQ has it for 170. I don't have any problem with that. Like I say, I've got N690 on a lot of my knives. I've never had any issue with it. If, I'm sure if Shane, who's I think's not able to join us tonight, was he'd say they're better steels and might be able to tell you what those are. I don't think that's the case. I don't think you have any issue with it. Depending on what you're planning on doing with it, I think it'll be just fine. It's a gorgeous looking knife. I'm sure if was 289. Let me share this picture with you because I like the sheath. If you like to carry your knife like most people carry knives, like strapped to your side, it looks like it's very retained. It looks like not only does it lock into the sheath, it's got a little tang belt. And I don't know what the back side of it looks like. I love the look of the knife. It looks very thin and slicey. 0.16. Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of it. I just don't know about why they used N690, and I'm sure there's a reason. Designed to work hard. I just don't know enough about steel. It's just a steel I don't see as much anymore, if that makes any sense. And it could be an older knife, but as far as Kershaw goes, some of the first knives I had when I was married and I kind of got back into knives from when I was a kid were Kershaw assisted knives. One was the mini mojito that I still have, and the other was a chive that I gave away. They gave me stitches. I love those knives. And then when I got into the knife community and learned about Action and the Pelican and some of these other knives that I had no idea were even available, I kind of pushed Kershaw to the side unfairly because I thought of them all as assisted type knives, which was not right. I did the same with ZT. I didn't pay any attention to ZT for the same reason. They just didn't seem to have soul to me. And then Ryan said, you need to check out this Bel Air. And he sent it to me, and I did. And I absolutely love it. When they did the clip point not too long ago, I almost bought it, but I couldn't really justify it. It did not make sense. I've also got some budget CJRBs out here that are all very interesting. I've got my TRM Holy Nerd, which I don't want to flip sideways because I don't want to cut myself. That's the Holier Nerd. TRM's smallest locking knife. Little 4-finger knife for me, but it's a slicer. Got a tall MagnaCut blade. Before this, they had a Holy Nerd, and they increased the size and the sharpness of the edge of the holes because the community was asking for it. I didn't personally have a problem with the initial hole. However, they made some nice improvements. The one that I've got, the blade that I put on my titanium is not really broken in nearly as well as that one. And then the first nerd was this one, which I could thumb flick. I don't want to do it sideways, but it has their logo and a little lip. You can get your finger in there, but it doesn't have enough material really to grip. So it was a great little slow roller. I might be able to thumb flick it. Let's see. Not really. It just doesn't have enough oomph to it. I have reverse finger flicked it before. And when I get it just right, but I'm not going to put it through it. That's BOA. That's kind of what Andrew's Demko scales look like. They're that Python micarta. and he won Saturday's giveaway, and his are, I think, Rips Garage Tech. I love those scales. As much as I love titanium, and I did all of my main except for my shadow, because you couldn't get it in titanium unless you bought it in titanium. You couldn't get scales. I've got titanium scales for my entire TRM collection. But when it comes to carrying, it feels great. But the lightness and the organic nature of micarta, I'm a huge fan of it. I love micarta. Don't have a problem with G10, but micarta is just kind of my jam. I really dig it. And TRM, I think, has all these in stock on their website. You can also buy through dealers, but I always try to buy directly through somebody like TRM or Hinderer if I can get in on one of the drops, because the money goes directly to the manufacturer, right?
What's up, dude?
Hey, buddy, what's up?
How we doing?
We're doing good. I'm going to pull. Well, I was going to pull my screen down. I was going to pimp Ryan's beautiful fret that I told Shane just a little while ago. I've got to get one because I haven't even felt I've cut paper with this. And dude, yeah, it's very sharp. It was me being overly careful, not wanting to really cut with it like I did with mine.
Yeah.
I was just overly babying it. This thing is unbelievable. Feels great in the hand. Speak of the devil.
Yeah, it's a good slicer.
What's up, buddy? I'm showing off your knife. I hope you heard me brag. If you watched the video, which you probably didn't, I don't blame you. I did not cut with your knife, hardly at all.
Why not?
Well, I didn't feel comfortable. It has nothing to do with the fact that you wouldn't mind. But when I want you to get it, I just want you to get it like I did. I mean, it's just.
That's a good looking knife, ain't it, man?
Dude, it's beautiful. I love the ramp. I think you will. I hope you love it. I personally do not think a lanyard's necessary, but you've got that option. And Terry's 1931 Leatherworks sheath, his sheath work is outstanding. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some short content with it, and I will get it out to you next week, dude.
Hey, I'm in no rush.
I know, but you need to have it. I want to see what you think of it.
Yeah, it turned out good. I like the sheath too.
Yeah,
John, did you get how do you think of those? What do you think of those handles?
These handles?
Yeah.
Dude, I think they're just I think they're
What's up, Kevin?
They're flawless to me. I think they're gorgeous.
I think they turned out pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean,
what's up, Brian?
What's up, Kyle? You doing all right, bro?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, man. Busy.
Can't really see the translucentness of those pins, but they are translucent.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually planning on working with that knife. So,
dude, I want you to. Well, don't do any like lateral load with it, but cut shit with it. That's what it's made for. You know, cut. Just don't do any of this wrenching with it, because it'll do you wrong. So this little light right here, and I know if Mersalt was here, he'd throw up in his mouth. But this is a Wubin X4. It's under $50. It's got a forward light, and it's got this wheel where you can adjust it to make it, you know, not very light or very, very bright. It's got this slider where the next light is candle mode. So you click it on, and it's just a candle like you'd put in your hammock, right?
Yeah.
And it's got this third switch, which is the side mode, which you've got this lantern, right? Which you can do it really, really low. You can do it really high. You can press it once and press it again. And you got a disco freaking ball. And I mean, it's all colors. Check this out.
A disco freaking ball.
Yeah, I mean, and then there are ways that it'll flash for you, but it goes from every RGB color on the spectrum, right?
It's got way too much shit going on.
Well, it's really easy to operate because you've got this slider, and then you turn it all the way down, and it locks it off.
Yeah, but I just don't like all the buttons.
It's just got one and a wheel, but you've got this slider and then the combinations. You're right. I get it. I mean, nobody wants to fool with. Let me do it 3 times. If you've got epilepsy, look away. So you can be sitting in your tent vibing to like color lights, all for under $50. I don't have a code. I just think it's a
I
cool
have
light.
that. That's
It
all
doesn't
is.
have an adjustable head. They make one that's like $100 and something bucks. It has a head that turns and has a lot more looms. But this has like, I think 2,600 looms, which
That's
I don't know what
pretty bright.
looms are, but it's plenty for me.
What's so 2,600 lumens? So like that's a rating that can be.
Totally jacked up, right?
Yeah, but it's also so what I look for candela. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to flashlights as well too.
I think all these don't say candela by purpose, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
But so like there's not a direct correlation between candela because it depends on the type of head, whether it's a thrower, it's a spot. You know, I have to have a tail switch. I only want a tail switch. I don't want any of the side stuff or any of those types because of.
Yeah, that's why I'm a big fan of my Focusrite or my.
Yeah, that's a good light.
Yeah, it's basic.
I was actually one of the Mersault and I were the ones that were telling, or no, it was myself and oh god, it wasn't Mersault. It was the other gentleman who's not around anymore. I haven't seen him on forever. That
Mersault?
No, there's a different guy. He's actually from Canada though. We're telling Kevin Lefty about
Focusrite.
Jordy, yeah, Focusworks.
Focusworks. I always get them wrong.
Yeah, the F2 and the F3. We were telling him about that. Like that's a great.
And I've got one of each.
Budget banger.
Kevin, and your involvement in that. I got the F3 first, and then I got the F2. And unfortunately, I went with the 40K on the F2, which is the yellower chip. I'm not a huge fan, but this knife that Bando was just talking about, this Wubin G5, it's aluminum. It's under $20. It is got a switch on it, but it's very basic bitch light. It does exactly what you want it to do. It's got a reversible clip. You can put it on your hat. You can put it on your pack for walking. I think it's very ingenious. And again, it's $20. You can get all colors. There's green.
I've got
yes, Kyle, it does have a lot of features, but you don't have to use them all.
Right. No, I understand that. I have a certain lights that are for daytime lights and certain lights that are nighttime lights, which sounds kind of strange, but daytime lights.
Cover. Y'all talk while I let Tippy in and listen to the fight that'll ensue for just a second. But y'all take it.
Gotta show it. Hey, what y'all think about John's hat? Look at that.
It's pretty sporty.
That daggum bill's bigger than my head. Kyle, what you been doing, man?
Sharpening and sleeping.
I hear you.
Been having kind of a similar week to Shane.
Do I now?
So you kind of a similar week to Shane if you talked to him already.
Oh no, I have not talked to him in a couple of days.
Gotcha.
So we had some very good that popped up today. So we cut out a little early. I drove over to Huntsville, went to Knives and More. I tried to get John to meet me over there, but it was too late. He was already messing around with his dad, so he didn't get to meet me over there. But
Mimo, I got cut off. I couldn't explain that. So let me explain. Daytime lights, the ones I carry for EDC, are only basically task lights. So they're not high lumens. They're small capacity, easy to fit in the pocket.
Like blue lights for detecting semen and blood and stuff like that. Is that or something?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's talking about.
No. So then at nighttime, I want high candela to push through any photonic barriers, and it's more of a defensive purpose. And I don't care about giving up a little more pocket space to have the extra power. So there's definitely different use cases for different lights.
Yeah, and everybody's likes their different lights. I mean, for me, I kind of did them because of the cool weird factor, right? The only reason I got a quote unquote real light was because of Kyle influencing Lefty. Lefty went deep into lights, and I could never bring myself to go past which is still a lot. What I went for in my Focus Works, is that what they're called, Kyle?
Yes.
But this light here, I want to say was like 180. It's the second most I've spent on a light, and this is an LEP, a laser. You don't like this, where you shoot me a bird or somebody else? Oh, Mimo.
Mimo.
I love when Mimo hits you with such a weirdo. What a weirdo! But see that big ass bulb or bright lens? This is a laser emitted projector. So what it does is it throws like a basketball sized beam. I can shoot that out in the cemetery, and they say it goes for like a quarter of a mile. So it's not good for flooding out an area, but if you're looking for pigs or wolves 100, 200, 300 yards away, this is how you see their eyes. And I put some tritium in the side, man. I actually was able to do that with photosynthesis. What do you call it? Glue. I felt like I accomplished something with this. Just a total waste of money, but I pimped it out.
What kind of glue?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing.
I've still got some. It's the kind of glue that you put under black light. What's it called? UV glue.
You called it photosynthesis.
Well, I was photosynthesizing, man, and you photosynthesize that shit. You put the power of light on it to make it.
Making some carbon monoxide.
I'm making words up. I'm making words up. What is up, D Metal? Howdy, brother. What were you just showing off, dude? That was pretty.
Huh?
What were you just showing off?
Where?
Didn't you just show a knife, or was that me? I was just looking. That's me on the other screen.
Weren't you just showing a knife, or was that me?
No, well, look, I'll show you what I'm dealt with. The only way I can answer chat is through this screen. And when I look at this screen, and yes, ads automator's off. So if you get ads, I went and changed that. But I'm still showing knives. It's not showing me the live view. It's just showing. I thought that was Kyle showing a different knife. I don't know why it does that.
Those gummies kicking in hard tonight.
No, it's not. It's just, I'm telling you, that's just how it is. It shows me my chat live, so I can look over here in my last chat. If I want to pin a chat or reply to a chat with text, I have to type into the actual over here. I can't type into StreamYard anymore. I can, but you can't do your emojis or anything like that. No gummies, dude. I always do flour. I do straight flour. Do have coffee, and I do have one of my new favorites because they quit bringing the grape soda around. This is a raspberry lime seltzer. So you would think seltzer sounds kind of bland, but they're really sweet, naturally sweetened with sugar. They're the bomb. Sierra Rick, what is up? Night Cores are the bomb. I really, again, I guess there's a lot to be said if you're going to put your life on it and it's your survival light. And what I love about like Prometheus or what's it called, Focus Works, is you can go in and you can customize them, right? You can get a part. You can change parts where if my O-lights, which I've got a couple of O-lights, I've got some Rovivons. If they go bad, they go bad. Have I had any go bad? No. But have I used them extensively? No, I haven't. But I don't anticipate they'll go bad because they've got over 30,000 reviews where people said they're fine.
Believe it or not, like doing what I do for a living, I've never really gotten into lights all that much.
But don't you use them every day?
Yes. Now
is your work light?
I've got a very expensive headlamp, and it hasn't left my shop in probably a year.
Really? You don't use them on the job? I would think because since I started
I've got one that's mounted onto my hard hat, and it came with my hard hat. It was like the hard hat was like $100.
Gotcha.
Now I've got a LED lenser or LED lenser or whatever. It's like $150 headlamp, and I mean that thing will light up a football field. But I don't much anymore since I bought that hard hat. So
I didn't. I never thought I'd use a light, and then I started carrying my Focus Works because I bought it 2 years ago, and I wanted to at least try to get my use out of it. So I'd carry it, and this is when my mom first got her little feral cat, and I was looking for toys and shit, and I found myself using it every day. Then I'd start using it at home. Like if I dropped a screw or some hardware, I'd always break out my light where I heard it bounce and kind of use it to try to hone in on it. And I found myself using it quite a bit. I found it to be a very useful tool. My knife, I love my knives. I'm carrying a budget knife today.
You'll use your light more than you will your knife.
I agree. That's the Laconico. I've shown you that, haven't I, Kyle?
Yeah.
It's called the I forget.
Sorry, I didn't greet everyone in the chat, but how's everyone doing?
So I've been carrying one of Dylan Mallory's designs by Artisan Cutlery, the Kiras.
It's great knife.
Hey man, I've been beating the daylights out of this knife this week. I mean, but like so far, like the more I use this thing, the more I'm liking it.
Yeah, it's a nice knife. It's called the Kuros, right?
Yeah. So, hang on a second. I'll tell you.
Did they treat you well at Knives and More? Did you get to see Tate? He said, I texted him. He said he was there, but I don't know if he was with somebody when you came in.
Yeah, it's the Kiras or Kiros or whatever. But yeah, Tate was awesome, man.
He's a different personality type, but he's definitely a good guy.
Yeah, after I saw him, I remember meeting him now. We did meet for sure. So
yeah, he and OCD for EDC started showing each other old 20-year-old Spydercos.
Oh yeah. So I picked that up from him.
Ooh, the new Benchmade. How do you like that?
Which I mean I haven't used it or anything, but I mean I think I've been seeing it a lot like on all my social medias.
They upgraded it, you know, they changed the sheath on that.
Oh, dude, this sheath, I'm gonna show y'all here in just a second. The sheath was some of the reason I bought it. It's so nice.
Yeah, and you know, Knives and More was one of the few stores that bought they bought sheaths from Benchmade to give their customers that bought the Gen 1 of that knife.
Right. So it's got Kydex for the retention, and then the rest of it's just leather. It's like
the Kydex just locks in the sheath, and then the tip of the knife and the body of the knife's just in. Yep, that's the only part that's got. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big horizontal carry guy, but that's the type that you could easily horizontal carry. You could appendix carry it or carry it on your side or on your back, and it probably not have it impede your seat belt at all.
And you talk about comfortable. I think they did a good job with this.
I love that knife. I was going to review it, and I actually might pick up one Saturday afternoon. I don't know what they want me to review. I kind of let them choose. I did a weird one that's going to come out tomorrow. Have y'all ever seen the Duke 2 by Protec? Little like 2.5-inch automatic knife. Bizarre, a little simple knife. I think it's like $160 in Magna Cut. But that's beautiful, dude. I like that colorway better too. They've got 2 colorways.
Yeah. Kyle, what were you about to say, bud?
I was just going to say that might be the first Benchmade that I truly think looks great.
Yeah.
Make it bigger.
I've been seeing them all over my Facebook and Instagram and stuff. And it was one of the first things I saw in his store that I was like, hey,
and the jimping's just perfect. You can use from your pointer finger.
Yeah, it's
like that. And a folding knife and a non-crossbar lock would be phenomenal. But that's why I don't like Benchmades typically. But that and that design, is pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is solid, man. And the way that it fits my hand and everything, it's just like I said, it's really comfortable. And I like how the handle, how it's got the like little indentions. Like
right, they just feel.
Yeah, my fingers fit it just perfect. It gives you a little something to grip onto, you know.
So they have any new used stuff? I haven't been up there in a couple of weeks. I know do they sell out of their puppy dog stuff? They still have that?
Yeah, they did. I was wanting to look at the Chris Reeves, but they did. They don't have this one anymore.
Oh, did you pick that up?
I did pick it up.
Dude, that's a beautiful, beautiful knife.
Yeah.
I love that. Is it a Spanto or a slicer? I couldn't. Does it have that little bit of tip to it, or it looks like a?
Oh yeah. It's like a Tanto.
Yeah, I love that.
You bought a BPU?
Yeah, they've got a couple of them up there. Or they had to.
Oh gosh.
Are you looking for one, Kyle?
No.
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, those are cool.
And I think that was the one. Did you get the one that just recently came in?
I don't know if this was
so.
His most recent one or not. I'm not sure. It was the one that I liked the most out of the two.
Yeah, what's interesting about them is they carry like Benchmade. They're what's called, I think, a Premium Plus. I probably got the designation wrong, but they should have every Benchmade available in stock. And what's unique about them is they'll always have like 5 to 10 really old new ones that people bring in trade for. Like they'll give you. I traded my Benchmade Freak in for a ProTech, a new ProTech, just because I wasn't carrying the Freak, not the Freak Mini Freak, but just the old Freak. M4. A lot of people love that knife. They were happy to have it. I bought it there, and they gave me for it in trade what I gave them for it in cash, which always feels fair. Five Door, what's up, brother?
5 Door, what's up, Henry?
Henry, what's up, man?
Mills, anyone I didn't directly say?
I haven't been in the chat at all, and I apologize for that. And 5 Door is a channel member, and I didn't even give him any extra love. Good to see you, buddy. Tomorrow at 2:30. Y'all stop by just for a brief little, I would say just a circle hug. It's just a group hug. Ryan, are you going to be able to pop in, or are you on the road still? It looks like you're in a room.
Yeah, I'm still on the road.
So y'all got rained out today. I thought y'all were inside. Was it that much of a torrential downpour? Or are you?
Oh yeah. We've got work inside and out, but when they're running, the FDA don't let contractors inside the building while they're processing food. So we're it was a very bad downpour. Like, as a matter of fact, I still don't have cell service. I think we got a cell tower down around here. It got pretty spicy right before I left.
That sucks. You just headed north. I wish I'd been able to meet you out there. I did let him know you were coming and tell him to treat you right.
Yeah, he said you called him.
It drove all the way to Cedar Pond. You couldn't even come out.
He would not take the time to come see me.
That's not true. I was going to come before I went to my dad's because you said you were close to there. Now that's why I picked up the phone and called you to see how close you were. Because I'm about 15 minutes from there. I can get there in 15 minutes. So if I'd have waited 30 minutes, that would have been an hour and a half before I went to my dad's, and he would have by then gone walking up and down the street. There's no telling. That's his little window where I don't know if y'all have heard of sundowners. Google it if not. It's something that people with dementia deal with as the sun starts to go down. That's when they get their most confused. That's when he starts thinking about law cases that he's got coming up and he's not prepared for, and he starts panicking about needing to go to the office and stuff like that. And he hadn't practiced law in over 40 years, 35 years.
You should have taken him to see Ryan.
I don't take him that many places. We go to a few places, but he used to be a knife guy. He's the one that originally got me into knives. Actually,
let me try to make this phone call.
All right, bud.
We'll be right back.
We'll be here.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, what have you been sharpening on? Shane stuff, or have you had some stuff just come in that's
a little bit of both? I've got all but one of Shane's stuff sent out, and then I've got a bunch of projects and some other stuff, and then next week I'll be busy with pictures, and then I'll be back out free again. So
are you currently taking orders? Or
I'm just, it just comes.
That's just how you're scheduled out.
Yeah, it just comes in waves. So I just have to basically, if I get swamped, I just suck it up and say it maybe an extra couple days, and then just grind through it.
I'm going to do some practicing on this. Have you sharpened much AAR PM9 or AAR?
Yeah.
So this is called the Mutt. I'm thinking 21 degrees is probably what this would be close to factory. Would you think it's lower than that or higher?
Probably higher. Probably closer to 25.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you were going to set this up to sharpen it, realistically, you'd set it, if you're going to try to match it, 23, or would you go 25?
I mean, if you really want to match it, just do the Sharpie trick, and then
I'm never good at that trick, even with the scope. I try to put the Sharpie on it and I always think I've got it. I'll try the Sharpie trick and start at 25. Is that what you were going to suggest?
yeah, and then you can always lower it from there.
And you start with like a real fine stone, or do you start with your first stone when you're trying to take your Sharpie off?
I typically go with a little bit higher. I don't go with the quartz stone, but I mean you can do whatever you want. But the only problem is if you guess too low, then you cut into that. Now you got to go back and actually lower it to that. So
I didn't dream this. You told me you use your first stone dry, right?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Tina, there's a little ankle for you. Arm ankle.
I look over to the right and Ryan's showing off a knife. Now I look back and he's not here, and I think I'm hallucinating.
Nice. Yeah, so the Sharpie trick is, I think I've showed that picture off before about how you actually can judge where your angles, if it's too high, too low. Have I shown that before?
You have, and you drew it out, and when I look through the loop, it seems to me like I guess I have a hard time distinguishing where the top of that bevel starts once I put my Sharpie on.
Okay. So the key is, it's like when you're drawing on your Sharpie, it helps if you have something like with a wider tip and not just the little fine tip one.
Right.
The key is don't try to get it up here in the bevel like this. You put it on the actual apex.
I try to let it cut kind of into the color.
And you just run it with a little light pressure running across there so it's not going too high up into the bevel. And then what I'll do is once I get it under the microscope or my loop, the only thing I'm really caring to look at would be at the very, very top. The bottom, I'm going to apex regardless. So I'm just trying to see how high it went up to the top.
So when you put your first stone, you're not looking at it under the loop before you cut into it or before you take any of the ink off. You're not looking to make sure you put it on.
I don't care once prior to me actually putting a stone on it to see where the angle's at. Then I'll wipe it across there a few times, see if I've hit the angle. I'm going there, I'm looking, see where I'm at, and I'm still a little high there.
You're doing that by hand though, but you're the same principle would.
Yeah, it just same principle is trying to see where that's hitting at, and that's closer. Now I'm getting closer to the top of the bevel. So, and then make your adjustments and go from there.
I got you.
But
very slick.
Yeah, that.
Patina says, "Do his Mordax next."
Send it, you turd.
I've got to get better. I'm going to send another an email from me that's kind of like I haven't been able to hear back. I almost left a comment today because they put out a new post. I don't know if you've ever sent a message on IG.
Yep.
But it gives you we can't get back to you right now. It's like an automated thing. Yep. So I feel like it's being auto posted to. So I didn't put a comment in.
I've sent the messages on there twice and gotten no response at all. So the last email I got, or the last message I sent, John, was on Thursday, so yesterday. Just said, who do I need to contact for the marketing team? They read it yesterday and didn't even send me a automated response back at all. Nothing. Just left on red.
Well, and that's weird, but what I've been thinking, I've got that phone number. I mean, for all we know, Victor could be on the front lines.
Right.
I don't know what's going on there.
You don't leave that much.
No, because at some point I'm going to pull, even though let's see if it still works. Let's see if this, I don't know if mine still works. Not that it matters.
I'm mad about it for different reasons.
Correct. But again, I think what's happened, and I've seen it happen, it really affected me with Voss D, but when they turn over their teams, it's like everybody's fishing blind.
Right. But you do that all the time, Casino. The difference, John, is like they've gotten the info and the ball's in their court and they're just ignoring it. So like I'm at the point where I'm like, if you want to, cool. If not, I don't really care. Like I'm over it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about sending that kind of sorry, Dave. You're hiccuping, dude. That damn Wi-Fi in that hotel. Yeah, I'm thinking about sending a little more stern email just because I've got too many links on my link thing now because I've gotten so many of my like GP knives that I had to take off when I lost access to share sale. I've gotten all that stuff back slowly but surely.
My thing is I make the effort at some point. If they don't make an effort, I don't care. I move on because it's not, I'm not going to sit there and push or beg. I was doing, if you go back into what we originally talked about, my original deal was way heavy in their favor than mine. So,
oh, absolutely. And what the thing is, it was totally appreciated. I think what happened is, and that's why I guess I'm a little bit too lenient on their side. Because I could see that they're going through a lot of internal and external chaos, trying to make the external chaos appear like it's not chaos. And I witnessed the empty booth, and Richard, or whatever his name is, was very surprised. You could tell, even though he's trying to act the part. I mean, he had a bunch of cardboard boxes semi-broken up, like their pallet came apart behind him.
Right, and I get that. That's
like difficult. The pallet was hit by a fucking hand grenade.
That's difficult, but there's still a communication factor that
absolutely. And you're thinking about it from the right way, where I'm thinking about it giving them too much slack. That's why I think now I'm finally gonna, because I'm no beans to them. However, I do promote their stuff on my Beacons link, and I do like their products, and I still want to promote their products. I would just like to know that they're in business.
Are they fighting?
No, but it was making its little noise like it was about to jump on the back of my. I mean, dude, look at that.
Yeah, that thing would not survive.
I know it's little, and I realize that that's how it kind of does its thing. Plus, I put that plastic snoo skin on it, which makes it look worse than it would if I just put peroxide on it and let it heal. Be Shady, channel member, what is up, brother?
What's up, Be Shady? Sierra,
you, man.
I appreciate that, but dude, there's no hidden information. If you have a question, always ask, and I'm willing to show or tell. Like it's not there's no secrets.
No secrets here either. No secrets.
You've got a big secret.
Matter of fact, I did a short today.
What was that, Ryan?
John said no secrets, but he's lying. He does too have a secret. We can't keep trying to tell him. Hey, whose is that?
This is an old joke wolf that Shane was going to throw away, that he didn't even want me to show, but I do shorts with it. It gets a ton of views. It's a uneven ground one, but it cuts. Kyle sharpen it. I think Kyle could sharpen his phone book and make it just therapeutically slicey. But like he said, this one doesn't have a finger choil. This one you wouldn't want to go to ham on, but I've got this little MKM knife sheath because I've got a bunch of these knives, these little pocket droppers, and it fits in it perfectly.
Yeah, it wasn't his best example, but it was also very early on, and I respect the fact that he took advice and didn't sell that like as far as like as a normal knife, not a blim. Just because he's better, his work is better than that. So,
Guys, I got my October Kaiser knives yesterday.
ooh,
I can't show them yet, but it totally flipped me out. I know that doesn't excite you, but there are a couple in there that are very exciting, and I wanted to show you guys the size of this box. It's the biggest box I've ever gotten from a knife company, put it that way. Let me show you this picture.
Ryan just firing text away over there.
He's working at it. He's making shit happen. Here you go. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Can you see that box?
Yeah.
Hold on. This is my iCloud. I'm not gonna put you through that.
And where's this from?
That came from Kaiser. That's their October knives. I've got, I think, 15 in there.
Wow.
From
Good
like 4 fixed blades. And hopefully it's a sign that, I mean, I'm just showing their stuff. I love Kaiser stuff. For example, this knife from last month, I think Richard Hopkins even got one. The Seagull for a budget knife is great.
Are those in your box that you got? Are those all 1 of 100?
I haven't opened them all, but they're probably, I know they've got some in there that have a Halloween box. So they've got a Halloween theme. You know how they do that every year?
Oh, okay.
So about half of the boxes are regular Kaiser boxes, and about half of them have a jack-o'-lantern on them. So they are probably 1 of 100.
Good old pumpkin knives. I remember they did was it the sheepdog? They did in a looked like a pumpkin.
They did. One of the ones that I thought was kind of cool, even though I'm not a Halloween guy, they did one of these little trestles in black with a white ghost in it that looks like a shield with regular 14C blade steel. It looks cool if you didn't pay attention to the ghost. And then they've got a original 2. Do y'all remember the original? I really don't. It was their first, I think, bar lock knife called the Kaiser Original.
Yeah.
The original 2 is a little bit thinner, and they do it in both a bar lock and in a top. They don't call it a clutch lock. That's their bar lock. The top liner lock is what they call it.
I thought it used to be a button lock, the original.
The original is now either a bar lock or this clutch type lock. Let me see if I can pull it up. I don't think
they changed it because funny enough, or ironically, originally the original was a button lock, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pulling up the original right now, and you're exactly right. It was a button lock, and the 2 looks kind of like this knife. And I'll be honest with you, I never handled an original. I did handle a drop bear late to the game. Ryan, I think, won it. Ryan, didn't you win that aluminum drop bear?
If I did, I didn't get it.
Okay, then you didn't win it. Somebody won an aluminum drop bear from me. There's an XL, but that's the original. It was a button lock, buddy.
Yeah,
and they got them right now for $53. But the original 2 is coming out. It looks very similar to that, but it's either a bar lock or it's a top liner lock. And then they've got a knife coming out. I need to look at it closer because it looks like a fighting knife, but it's called the Camp 180. It's a wicked looking knife in 3V.
No, okay.
Yeah, we don't know what it's gonna. Right.
No, I just meant they've got a track record with that steel. I just would be careful.
With 3V, they've also another one that came out that's a Halloween box is a mini harpoon Maverick Customs Halloween edition. I haven't looked at it. I'm sure it's got an orange handle.
They've done several, like that actual design, the mini harpoon,
Richard,
is freaking awesome.
Compare it to this original 2. Go ahead, Kyle. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was just gonna say that mini harpoon, the Maverick design, is an awesome knife. I wish it would have been done a little better justice as far as like the special edition one, but it's a great design and a cool knife. I really do like it. B Shady, yeah, the early ones are cool to have as a memento, but the craftsmanship really changes as you.
But that's
progress.
what makes them cool. I was going to show y'all. Keep talking. I'm going to grab something and show you.
Yeah. Patina's got one. Patina's got one of those little mini harpoons. They're cool knives. I dig the size. You getting inundated with messages now that internet's back up?
No, my internet's still not. Well, I mean, I've got
Wi-Fi, where I meant,
but the communication has just changed for my phone. I can get text messages on my computer, but
right,
they're not coming through my phone.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, it's cool to see how they progress. B Shady, for sure.
I know nothing about these knives that you're talking about, so.
The mini harpoon from Kaiser is a little baby. I wouldn't say baby. It's a smaller fixed blade that they did. It was really cool. Maverick Customs, who does some really awesome designs, was the designer that collaborated with that. So let me actually here. Patina, if you got the picture of yours, send me that picture real quick on IG and I'll share it.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
So this right here, I forget who traded me with this, but I was really glad to get it. I'll make myself big for a sec. They've changed the way you make yourself big, but this is an old school Carry Development Hydra. Made by hand, rich light scales. Just a basic.
I like that blade shape. I'm not a huge fan of that handle, but
and he still makes the Hydra. I'm going to show you the new Hydras, but this was early on. He'd comment, dude. He'd send me messages. Please don't show that old stuff. I was like, dude, I love having where you came from. This is what he's doing now. This is called the Banshee, and I'll show you a new Hydra. Same type of jimping, but this is Nitro V, Grip Tech scales, much more refined knife. Just like Shane's knives have become so much more refined, but there's so much for me to be said about having, somebody's early work. Let me go to his Hydra here. Hold on. I'm about to get attacked by a little cat.
All right, hang on. I got that one I was going to show, Patina's. Here you go, Ryan. Here's the mini Tanto. I'm sorry, mini harpoon.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Ooh, is that the actual? Is that a Kaiser or is that a Maverick?
That's a Kaiser that he modified. He acid washed and tumbled the blade, and then I think he died or messed around with the scales a little bit, and then he sent it to me off to sharpen it.
It looks very nice.
That is the Kaiser, though. It's a cool knife. I really dig the design on it.
Talk to me about the 3V. Did you not?
That one there is 10V.
Okay, so that's a full size harpoon.
No, that's a mini.
Okay.
That was a limited edition one they did.
Nice.
Let me see if he sent a video too. Let me see if I. Oh, he sent me that story is no longer available. I can't share that. Patina. Yeah, he dyed the scales. Those were black micarta.
You're not sharing anymore. I don't know if you're trying to.
No, I'm not. No, I was reading his comment. He said those are dyed scales.
I'm going to show you something real quick. So Carry Development, that little Hydra I showed you guys, his new Hydras. First of all, look at this. I find that super sexy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but
It's
I just
a little
don't.
guy. It's
I
a
don't.
little
I
guy.
think the Troiler ratio is off aesthetically.
So this is his Hydra, but he's done a folder. But this is the new generation of the Hydra. Let me find you a better picture in my Carta. This is his folder, which I really like. I mean, I like the fact that he went from making fixed blades a while back to making these little folders. I don't know how that one opens. Hold on, let's see how he opens it.
Well, that thing is tiny.
Top flipper. It's probably a 3-inch blade, maybe a little smaller. But here's a Hydra right here.
I like
That's
that.
oh.
Who's that?
Is that me or is it just?
I don't know.
I'm gonna guess it's you because you probably got your little either your anal egg is starting to vibrate because you got a timer on, or you're doing some sonic cleaning.
Neither. I figured it's probably me with all the.
Kyle, are you gonna share a video? Hey, don't attack me, you little bastard.
Okay, sorry.
Not you. I'm sorry. He just jumped up at me.
Smack the shit out of him. He'll stop it.
Dude, the best thing to do with him is ignore him. He's chasing something right now. I just got to keep an eye on him. Derek, for real, what is up, brother? Welcome, my friend.
Hey, Derek. Sorry I haven't got back to you, buddy. I've been busy, but is 5-door still here? Do we know?
I'm sure he is. 5-door. Check in if you're here. He's probably like, I'm not typing in there. I hear something blooping back and forth. I think that's
Ryan.
Texy boy.
That's me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as I know it's not just going on in my psyche. There's 5-door.
Okay. I will share something then. This is a kitchen knife that Shane did that is headed out to 5-door currently. There we go.
It's coming up. Oh, dude.
Golly, bum, that thing's so nice.
What kind of cereal is that?
Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yum. And can you zoom on that? I don't know if you've got the capacity to.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for the handle and just a little closer to the knife because the Honey Bunches of O's are making me really fucking hungry.
No, because it's.
Okay, never mind.
I don't have that file open.
So how is it a great kitchen knife? I wouldn't. That's the worst thing for me, not being a very domesticated guy. Is I don't use a lot of kitchen knives. And I've got a bunch of buddies. Like, well, A to Z's got Steve Clary custom kitchen knives. He's got Leon Ma kitchen knives made by White River. Some stuff that I could, if I knew what I was talking about, but I can't review anything I don't know about. I guess if I could get a cutting board and cut some vegetables, but I'd feel like a fraud.
Shut up, Patina. It was brand new.
Take the sticker off the banana. Branding. He's always branding. He's shilling for Dole.
I gotta get my my proceeds from Dole. I should have tagged him as a collaborator.
Speaking of proceeds, I'm curious. You know, my little knife store video. Well, this is kind of funny. I reached out to St. Nick's Knives because I used to go there when they had a local store. And ironically, that's where Tate at Knives and More.
Well, he told me today.
And so I reached out to them and I said, hey, man, I'd be happy to come out there and shoot your knife content, just for shits and giggles. I've done it a couple times for Knives and More. And I don't know if they have a bad relationship with Knives and More, but Knives and More is currently sitting at 63,925 views. And they haven't, he said, well, let me check with the owner. This was Monday and they hadn't gotten back with me yet. So I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to fuck with them.
Well, hey, let me ask you this. I went out to St. Nick's Knives.
It's not St. Nick's anymore.
Yeah, I was about to say it's what is it? Watts Outdoors.
Something
like
outdoors.
Yeah, and the selection was. Now they do have a massive selection of Spyderco, but everything else there wasn't hardly.
So they used to carry Kaiser. They've got. Have you ever been to their website?
I've been to their website
because they did do a lot of, but they're always sold out before they come out. They used to do a lot of exclusives, like through, like they did some exclusive J capes and they did a lot of exclusive Spydercos. That motherfucker right there, he brings me a chipmunk a day with no arms, no fucking arms, dude. He'll leave it there. Just,
by God, I want the arms.
He won't do it. I think he's letting me know that it's not Tippy, because Tippy and Shane will vouch for this, brings them without a head. That's her calling card. But anyways, they used to have Medfords. They don't anymore. They used to carry a lot of Kaiser, the Blade series, back when Kaiser was, in my mind, very. They had a store in the mall called St. Nick's Knives here in Huntsville. They had a store in Florence called St. Nick's Knives, where all you did is go in and see knives. And then when they brought in that outdoor, I'll be honest, I bought my first P365 from out there. They have a great selection of pew stuff, and they've gotten big into outdoor stuff. I think they wanted to expand. I don't know if they mail order that as much, because they're not in a great location, population wise, unless they're drawn from Huntsville.
Yeah. So
but they are a CRK dealer.
It was mainly guns, which there's not even a St. Nick's sign anywhere out there at all anymore.
How far do you have to walk in to get back to the knives? Because you used to have to walk all the way through the store. You used to not be able to, but now you have to walk through all the clothing and down the steps.
Yeah, and they've got like one little roll of, it may be the length of Tate's showroom there.
Well, he may not want it shown for that reason. You know, because if you go to their website, over 50% of their stuff sold out.
Yeah.
You know, you go through and they might not be. I don't know why they'd get out of it, because they're an original CRK dealer. And I know they did a post on Instagram that made me think about them. That's why I sent the email, because they had some CRKs in stock that had just come in.
Yeah, they had very few CRKs.
Did they have anybody working the booth or the counter?
Yes, it was an old man, Bill, I want to say was his name. And I had to just about beg him to get off the phone to wait on me.
That's just unfortunate. There's a guy that used to work out there, and I think he still does, just on Saturdays, and he's their buyer. His name's Dylan. He works at a computer software place in Huntsville on the Arsenal full time, but I had a friendly relationship with him long before I had a channel, but he sold me this knife. He ordered 2 of these, I forget, the EDC Specialties version of this Jaeger 2, and he didn't know which color he wanted. He got both colorways. One had a satin blade. And so when this one came in, he said, if you want it, it's flipperless, I'll sell it to you. And it's the first like nice knife I bought off of a person. But he and I were good friends. I don't know if he's still out there. But if it wouldn't make, I can go at Knives and More. And I think that video was 40 minutes just going in, walking through their stuff, not even doing it. The best way to do it is the way. Have you ever seen one of Stas's videos he does of his knife store?
Mm-hmm.
He'll go in there, and I don't know if he goes when they're closed, but they'll have a section of knives set up where they'll have like a little leather thing out with knives that you can actually look at, that he'll show people, right? Because I know when I've shown knives, they've done that a couple times for me with like Protects that are new, discontinued. They'll sell them right away. They had 2. I should have bought one. They were $175 each. They were single action. They might have been $300 each. They were single action Protect out the front. You know what a single action is?
Yeah.
Where you have to pull it back to spring load it, and then you can literally whack it into somebody if you want to. It doesn't have that safety mechanism. But they sell those immediately. And then they had that little sidekick, which I had no interest in. But the one I had the interest in is their Integrity frame lock that unfortunately they sold, but they've had 2 of these in. Let me show you this knife real quick.
What's up, Fed?
Fed Harrison. I'm assuming that's you. I don't know any other Feds. I'm not in the chat. Knives and More. That's the other thing. They could do so much more with their social media, and I've offered to do it for them, to come down there and just take pictures of their shit. Because this is a post I made. This is their second most recent post. I made this post like a year ago. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
So that's a ProTech Integrity, which is this knife right here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little button lock version. They also have it in automatic. Well, this was an early one that they did. Check this out. A frame lock. Titanium frame lock, S35VN. I think they had that.
If I saw that knife, if you didn't look at the blade or the very tail end of that, I would swear Chris Reeve.
It's very well done. It's very clean. And I'm sure the reason they don't do it anymore, because they only did it that 1 year, is and they've had two in, so they do get them in, is because of the cost versus what they can sell it for. I think they had those knives for $300 or $350 used, and they were not used. Paul Mills is back. Good to see you, Paul. But I love this knife. This is what I traded my Benchmade Freak for. I do wish it was a hollow grind, but I'm a big ProTech button lock fan, and this is the first one to have thumb studs to my knowledge. I know they've had thumb studs before, but the action on this is tits for a plunge lock. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got those scales, so it's kind of grippy.
Yeah.
But I was late to get into the ProTech game. And Ryan, you probably don't have one of these, but the first knife that I had a lot of hype around that I bought was the Malibu. This was the quintessential button lock at the time before I knew how to middle finger flip a knife. Just a great little, they also do it in a Warncliffe, which I don't have. My buddy A to Z does. But then, before I ever got an automatic, I never got the one that Ryan or that Kyle's got, which is the Fair and Forge drop. This is the Fair and Forge ProTech Mordax, which is a full size 3.5 inch button lock, not an automatic. Magna cut.
Yeah, I like the milling on yours better personally. Although I will say on mine it's pretty cool because it's such a deep.
Yeah, it's more custom than it is.
Yeah, I mean this
looks more production to me than yours. Yours looks like more of a custom knife.
Yeah.
But what's great about this is I bought the first generation from the owner. I think his name's Dave in Nashville, and let it go a year. It had detent lash. I wasn't really that familiar with detent lash, but it had a little wiggle in the detent, and I noticed that it had a little timing between when you push that flipper and when it went back. And so I reached out to their customer service via email, and I said, "Hey, this really doesn't bother me, but I'm thinking it may be an issue," and explain my problem. Is it something I should send in? I should be worried about? She goes, "Don't be worried about it, but definitely send it in. It shouldn't do that." So my knife was a year old. It had scuffs on it. I sent it in about a week later because I had to send $12 and something cents in a check for them to ship it back, which I thought was fine. But within a week, 10 days, I had that knife back, sealed up, and I know it was a new knife that first generation they had some issue with, but they sent me a brand new ProTech nearly a year later. So hats off for great customer service for a situation that wasn't really an issue.
Yeah, I remember telling you about that because that was they had a run of those that had issues, had problems, but it wasn't all of them, but they handled it quickly and swiftly, which is
you told me about it, and I was a year late to the party. What I want now and what they've got at Nazamore is a Godson. The Godson's a little pokey stabby looking one. This is a great. I think Jared Neves a long time ago told the video that for your first USA automatic, this is a great EDC. It's just a ProTech Newport, small little spear point S35VN, kind of gentleman's automatic.
Yeah, I got a buddy who had one of those with the inlays.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
That's Terry. That's like just your opinion, man.
A Strider.
This is a ProTech PT207.
I thought that was the 704
You could be right. Hold on.
or 206.
I think it's 207 because this one's got milling on it. ProTech.
John, it's okay. It is. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay. I don't know. So, but this is a small one. I got this first, not knowing it was going to be small. After I got my F and Grow 225, my clone, this is a little Magna Cut. Had a great experience from the people at Northern Knives with this knife. I ordered it late at night, and I unfortunately ordered the flat, smooth scale ones. It's like $35 less expensive. I know I've told this story. This, I don't know if you can tell, but they're textured, not contoured. But I called them the next day and I said, look, I'm trying not to do another order, but I made an order early this morning and I'm really wanting the textured. Is there any way I can just add $35 or $40 to my order? Or do you have to void it out because I'm wanting it to ship today or the next day or Monday? And she was like, which knife did you want? And I said, I was hoping to get the one that's textured, but I'm prepared to pay you the difference because it's about $35 more. She goes, hey, you're a new customer. I want you to have the knife you want. We're just sending it to you. Just want to make sure you got the one you want. And so I bought two knives. I bought a weird, they had a Asher knife, an 20 CV Spiro show up on their site that I bought and I've since given away. But I bought another knife from them too. Neil McKenzie, those F and Grows are great knives. And then I bought, before I got my original Strider, I didn't buy this one. I traded Brother Paul Mills. So this is the same size as an S&G. This is a ProTech Strider S&G. So the one that Brother Scotch and Things got for me is the same size as ProTech's version. I love this knife. But this is CPM 154 or 154 CPM. Yeah, 154 CM steel. ProTech uses some different steels. Still a one-handle knife, but this thing will kick out of your hand if you're not prepared for it. And I just love the way these feel in hand. And I used to hate these knives. I had no desire to ever own one, was not interested. And ever since that F and Grow, something clicked, and I've picked up 2 ProTech and a Strider since.
Yeah, but they're still a bad company.
I agree, and I shouldn't have supported them, but it came around for my case to be a good thing. Now this one I can't trade. This one I've gone to Knives and More, and they say this is the hardest, least selling ProTech in ProTech's line. This is the Magic Whiskers 2. Magic Whiskers 1's probably right in front of it because people don't know how to use it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Part of the problem is its name, Magic Whiskers.
It has something to do with the guy who designed it. It's Whiskers is his last name.
Okay.
Sierra Rick. I don't have that knife.
But the only thing that gives you any indication is that little jimping on the heel, because this Magic Whiskers 2, this back part of the scale, if I can make it move, moves down and allows the knife to close. And you just take the heel of your hand and give it one of those to open it. But nobody wants them. I bought it because I thought it was a very cool, innovative way to open a knife. I like the way the Magic Whiskers 1 works. I didn't know that this one worked totally in reverse, but I don't like the size of the Magic Whiskers 1, and I don't like that little jimp bolster. I wish it just had a little place where you could put your thumb. This is a big boy. I want to say this is a 4-inch blade, or at least 3 3/4 inches. And it is 154 CM2. Mike Whiskers Allen. Thank you, Rodney. I believe that. The runt is a very fun one. And the runt has got some kick. And B Shady, it's a good one to have in the collection. I bet, is yours blue?
I had the runt for about a month. It's a cool knife, but I didn't see any use for it. Just because, I mean, it's a cool like 5th pocket knife, or I never carried it, and I moved it along. But it's a cool knife. The Cambria
is a great knife. I got to review one of their bougie ones that had the I forget what kind of wood inlay, but it was about a $600 Cambria. But I like the shape. I like the way it felt. Again, I didn't do much with it because it wasn't my knife. I've got some scales coming from Lex International for my. I really don't need them, but I figure I'll put them on for my Ramlock stitch. Check them out for them. I need to come across a Hogue Deca V2. Do any of y'all have a Hogue Deca V2? Ryan, you got one?
No, but I've messed around with one. I messed around with one of those stitches today too. I liked it. I actually.
The one I really like is that manual SOCOM Bravo they got up there. Did you see? It's on the very right. So if you're looking at the Microtex, they've got a black one and a blue one on the front row at the right. It's got a little thumb stud and it's a manual.
I'm sure I saw it.
I think it's a liner lock. It's a badass. Is it a liner lock, Ryan? Or Kyle?
What?
The Microtech full size SOCOM I'm thinking about. Let me pull it up.
Frame lock, I do believe, or bolster lock.
I think it's a Microtech. SOCOM. They also have an automatic. I think it's the SOCOM Elite, maybe the SOCOM Bravo. Maybe SOCOM.
I'm not a big Microtech guy, but I'm pretty sure that was
the Elite. I think it's a frame
lock or a frame
liner.
It's the Elite liner lock. Don't ask me how I know.
Okay.
You probably look at it like
5-door said it.
5-door knows. But here's a picture of it. I think it's and
good looking out.
It's not that comfortable, but I think it's very sexy. I don't like.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
that's not the one I'm thinking of. I was thinking the one that Reich made. What was that one called?
I've got that one. That's the Mini Bravo.
Okay, but that one isn't a liner lock though.
No, that's a frame lock. It's a bolster. So if we go to
right. Okay,
let's go to Mini SOCOM. And I don't even have it on this side. They don't. Yeah, it's this one right here.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
And that's got some great action, and it's got a. Why did it go to this weird view? I'm trying to get to the backside of it. Yeah, this bolt. Would you call that a frame lock? What would you call that? It reminds me of the.
Or the. Some people would call that a. Having a brain fart. What is that called?
It reminds me of the high, the tall boy.
Oh, you're talking about the other. That it's a different knife, right?
Well, that's a SOCOM. No, that's a Mini Bravo. Just trying to think.
Yeah, subframe lock. Thank you, Terry.
Subframe lock.
Yeah.
No, but you were talking about the knife that reminds you of a.
I traded also this one with Paul Mills. What were you saying, Ryan? I'm sorry.
What's the knife called that resembles a tall boy? It's the Microtech.
I was thinking this one because of the lock. That's what reminded me that when I look at the
one that has a
boy,
blade.
that was the first one that really had a pronounced
there's one
lock.
There's a Microtech that has a blade shaped like a tall boy.
Good question. I'm not. Is it a folder?
Yeah, I messed around with it today because I've been eyeballing them. And I like them, but after I like held it, the thing is extremely long.
Folder?
Yes.
Let's see. And it's a manual, right? I bet it's the
you're
LUT.
talking about the Annex.
I can't remember what it's called.
Probably the Microtech Annex.
Let me see.
I'm pulling it right here. I'll be able to show it to you because I know it's not the LUT. The Annex is a imported one too, right, Kyle?
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful knife.
It's a cool knife.
Oh, the thing is extremely it's very good looking, but I mean it's very, very long. Like
yeah, it's a big knife. How's the action on? Is it real like juicy?
It would be this MSI.
Oh, the MSI.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, that is a big, big guy,
dude. If they made a mini in that, it would be an everyday carry for me.
Well, it very well.
MSI is big, but it's not huge.
No,
it's the same size as. It's actually
a 3.88-inch blade.
Yeah, it's about the size of a Zon.
That thing stuck out past my hand like this right here, and the blade was like holding a sword. It may not have all been blade, but I was holding it. I was like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, for me, the stitch, because I reviewed both before I got the stitch, but the stitch feels, because of that choil, like a smaller knife, but it's about the same overall size.
You know, that makes sense. I wonder if because the way I was holding it made it. But even Tate was saying, yeah, he said, yeah, that's a very long knife.
It is a very long knife, and I don't like the amphibian. Did you hold it?
No.
That recurve one?
Amphibian's bigger.
I think it is. Again,
the stitch makes you want to choke up though, based off of how it's designed. So therefore,
yeah, it's designed. That choil is so inviting.
I like it.
I really like their out the fronts. I'd like to, not that I could ever afford to, but I traded a Medford for this Zero blade play, this Ultratech. But the UTX 85, the little small ones are cool. I think the Hellhounds are cool. And they work really well. I don't know what I use it for outside of cutting open the stuff I cut open now. But I just like it's easy to use. Now, not all of them. Some of them have a button that I really have to work with. For example, my shift, which is, I think, probably an overall better value, I have to give it a lot more thumb to get it to actuate. But this knife is $150 less. Magna cut. Doesn't have a glass breaker, which I don't have a problem with. Made out in Texas, Dallas, I think. Am I wrong, Kyle? Is it Houston?
I don't know. What's up, One Moon? I don't know where they're made.
One Moon Collective.
I know they're USA made.
I'll tell you something I got to handle today that I have never was a Medford, and I liked it.
Which ones you handled? Did you handle a Mini Marauder by chance?
No,
that's mine.
This was a full size brick.
Ah, the Praetorian.
Don't remember which one it was.
The Mini Marauder up there, this blue, Ponto blade. That's mine. I traded that one for this.
Oh, okay.
It's a one user, never been sharpened. It's as clean as you could ever want.
The Mini Marauder is one of his smaller knives too.
Yeah, it's the same length as they've got a full size Marauder up there too, though. It's the same length as this. This is the slim Midi, but the Mini Marauder's thick.
Right.
Yeah, this thing was really thick. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
Yeah, the Marauder H is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Marauder H is a beast. I love the infraction for a little guy, thick knife.
Oh, I can't remember which Satu sent me one.
I like that one, John.
This is great. I love this. Now, my buddy A to Z, who's got big hands, thinks it's too small. He doesn't feel comfortable in that choil. I don't know why. But I love the look of this knife. I guess if you've got bigger hands, the 183?
187.
187, I'm sorry. That's the dimensions of it, too.
Hey, is that knife for sale, John?
That impression? No, I mean, everything's for sale, but I love that knife. I can get you one. They're very available. But do you like the stars and bars?
Which one was that?
This one right here. I could find you an infraction. This one's
I haven't shopped any Medfords or anything.
no, they're so good on the secondary. I mean,
Yeah.
so inexpensive. This just happens to be a stars and bars. I think this is S, which I think is S35.
Retail value sucks on Medford. You can get them at 40% and 50% off all day.
Yeah, you can get a great deal. I mean, I'd feel guilty selling it to you because I wouldn't want to. That's why.
I was messing with you, John.
Well, I know, but everything's for sale. But when I was selling my or trading my Midi Marauder, I knew I wasn't going to get a lot for it, but I knew that they had some margin in that knife that I wanted, which is that zero blade plate, Ultratech.
Satu sent me his Fat Daddy Medford, and that thing is an absolute monster. It's like 10 plus inches long for a Medford. It's a big old knife, and that's like
that thing's huge, dude.
That's like his normal everyday size knife.
If you wanted one, what I would do, Ryan, is I would bite the bullet and go to DLT. Now, Kyle will tell you go to the secondary, but DLT's got some Magna Cuts that have this old school tumble. Look at that beautiful Magna Cut bitch. And when I say they've got a bunch,
I mean, if you're going to get one new, I'd get it from DLC because they're the only place that does the S90.
Well, they don't do S90 in their. It looks like these are all Magna Cut, which is not normal.
Well, I'm saying they're the only dealer who does S90 because that's an exclusive with them.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they do these infractions in S90. But like, here's some less expensive Magna Cuts that don't have the tumbling, and you don't have to get the funky tie-dye looking. But 670, and they've got just like a nice green titanium, and they've got some DLC.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good looking knife. It doesn't have the extra bling, but it's still got the Magna Cut. What I don't like about these knives are the clips of any of my Medford knives. Now they make another clip. Let's see. Here's one 790 satin DLC. I like this one right here. It's a little bit more expensive.
Speaking of clips, did y'all see where Lynch Northwest was making clips for Chavez now? They dropped.
For what?
Yeah, for the Chavez.
No. We're going to have to go look at those.
John, see while you're on DLC, see if they got any of the TF1s.
The what are they called?
Just go back to the Medford. Just go to brands and then go to Medford, and it'll show by model.
I got you. TF1. Am I missing it?
Nope, there you go.
TF series?
Yep.
Is this the big beast you looked at?
Yeah.
Dude, what is this? Let's see how many inches it is. 9.5 inches.
Jeez.
That's a beautiful knife, though, to me. I mean, I used to would not find gorgeousness in that.
How do you stick something like that in your pocket?
It's got a great clip.
It's going to have a freaking hell of a clip.
Look at that clip.
Yeah, it weighs probably half, 3/4 pound.
It weighs, according to this one, it weighs 13.5 ounces.
It's almost a full pound.
But it's a big chunk of Magna Cut. They've got a bunch of them in stock, Kyle. They've got a lot that are out of stock. This looks like a popular model.
I thought they did another one that was bigger than that, even as far as like.
Yeah, they've got a
There's the Gigantus, which is just.
Let's see, not the Proxima. There's
Yeah, the Gigantus is like close to 12 inches, I think.
That's insane.
The 187 is a big guy. But I thought there was a. I thought you were right, Kyle. I was thinking, what? I guess you don't see the. I like this guy right here for 155. It looks like that Kaiser, but it's a small little knife, little fixed blade. Have you seen this one?
That gives me
Right.
like goblin vibes.
I don't like the sheath. It's too restrictive in how you carry with it.
That sheath looks very cheaply done too.
But they're not showing any Praetorians. I guess they don't have any in stock. This is an interesting beast.
Yeah, I got this. I'll show you when you're done sharing that.
I'm done. What do y'all think about this thing?
Those are cool.
What I mean, is it just a breacher more than anything else?
It was designed for EOD for detonation teams.
Really?
Yeah.
So they like got the commission on or whatever.
Yeah, it was a contract knife.
Was that a fixie with a spotty hole?
Hey,
in it?
Matt Meyer.
Yeah, here's the Gigantus, John. That thing.
Ooh, yeah, the flipper.
It was only, what did I say, sold for 1 year. Yeah. Or a couple of years.
Is that on Medford's page?
Yeah, I'm going down to the specs. There you go. Total length 11 inches.
Dude, the guy that did there happen to be a guy with blonde ponytail in there today working with those two guys, Ryan?
No, it was just me and Tate.
Okay, because there's this guy that works down there, and he goes to Blade Show every year, and he'll flip a couple of knives. That's his jam. But he's into big knives. I was going to see if they've got any of their like old knives on here, because he's got some freaking huge knives that are Medford knives that I've never seen anywhere before. Do they have those anywhere? I'm looking at their page. I'm trying to see if they've got anything that would be like their.
I don't know if he still has them or not, but Satu had a pretty good collection of a lot of the bigger ones.
I was seeing if they had any like a gallery or a place that showed some of those old guys. They don't make anymore. Let me see. I'm not seeing anything that shows like their legacy service. I don't want that. I want to look at old pictures. Maybe they'll have them on their Instagram. They don't even have. Yeah, they do. Let's go to their Instagram. And y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Because this one knife, I'd never seen anything like it in my life. I was like, dude, what kind of knife is that? I thought it was just some random knife like Satu would show. Is this a Gigantus right here? Next to I'm gonna show you, Kyle. Let me share it. Is that a Gigantus next to a Victorian or a?
Yes.
That's a beautiful knife. Look at that harpoon.
Good God of mercy.
Yeah, I mean, look how I guarantee you got to put some finger in that to flip it. Or does it flip pretty good?
How do you flip something like that?
They do okay, but
look at that.
Yeah, that's the samurai stitch they do on their new stuff. I like to look at that.
I'm trying to find one of these old ones real quick. I mean, I like some of the stuff. They're not all my kind of carries. They're not really my jam,
sure.
But I appreciate what they're doing.
Yeah,
I mean, like a lot less than
a lot of people, but
I dislike a lot more than I like his stuff for sure.
There's a Gigantus sitting it right, buddy. And that's got that. What do you call that? That blade effect where they burn it a little bit.
That's their. I forget what the hell they call it. It's their. Was it vulcanized or something like that? They call it.
Look at that little guy.
I will bring it back.
I'm not gonna listen to it, but let's look at that. I mean, that would cut your finger off.
What's up, Looney?
But I don't think I'm gonna find that big ass. The knife he's got is insane. I mean, it's like you look at it and everything about it's ridiculous. But it's got. I mean, the clip's ridiculous on it. The blade is so aggressive. It's a compound grind. It's got like 4 grinds on it. It looks like that's the chick that. Oh, I know. I was about to say she looked familiar. Yeah, he's too controversial, but there's that one of those big ones like Satu Dave had, right?
Yeah.
TF1 Fat Daddy.
Yep.
All right. I'm not going to see this guy. But anyway, if you ever, I need to take some pictures of his knives. He ought to let me do like a, let's see what's going on my homepage.
Hey, scroll back up.
All right. Very Good's got a, who's this?
That's one of my guys.
Is that one of your guys?
Well,
Oh, dude, that's funny. I didn't know that was him.
yeah, we were at our Connex there, goofing off before we left, or right before we left the Connex.
What that looks like?
What's that?
You understand what that looks like? That looks like the Kenny G Spot flower.
Yeah.
With his
Let's
arm
see,
like that.
Jacob had a drop tonight. Let's see if he's got anything left and what he dropped. Let's see where I don't know where those show up. They show up in store? Yeah.
I think Koenig had a drop today too.
That's a Tradition Junior. Beautiful knife. That looks like it's in a carbon fiber. It's a little more expensive and DLC coated. The Wasp. I like the Wasp. Mustang and Nitro V with Grip Tech. I'd like a Wasp and Nitro V. Adventure. I don't know which that one is. Nitro V Adventure. What's the size of this? 7 3/4. A little big. The ones I like, just so y'all know, my favorites are the Wasp. I really like this Mantis. The Falcon, if he made a Mantis-sized Falcon, the Falcon is a gorgeous knife. It's just a little big for my everyday carry. It's a hollow grind. I think it's just gorgeous.
Oh,
hey, hang on. Scroll back up just a little bit.
You want a different, hold on this?
Never
mind.
mind.
A different knife.
No, that's it. I thought I saw something different. You're good.
You want to see one of the hottest knives I've seen in a long time?
I'd love to.
I don't have the.
Did you get a Wasp, Richard? Sweet, dude.
I don't have the funds for it. I probably would snag it, even though I hate the
Hey,
lock.
Bloom.
Take a look at this.
LD. All right, what are we looking at? Hold on, I'm not seeing it good. Can you make it bigger? Ooh. There you go. Oh, is that one of Brian's?
That is a bug out.
I was about to say it's a bug out.
It's a bug out with death scale grips, one of Brian's regrinds, and MagnaCut with a complete mirror stonewash.
Dude, that looks
Boy.
absolutely stunning.
Yeah, let me.
That is sexy.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the clip on it. Is that a
There you
Lynch? Look at that. How did he get it to do that? Did he just tumble the shit out of it?
No, he took it to a complete mirror and then he does a stonewash over top of the
But how
mirror.
do you do a mirror on the scale? Is the scale smooth?
No, I'm talking about the blade, not the
Yeah.
scales.
But the scales looks show it again.
The scales are just like a satin.
Like a satin, but didn't he have to do something to get him to look like that?
No, those are made by Death Scale. That's what
Yeah, I've never seen him that.
Yeah, that thing is absolutely stunning.
What's the HRC on it? I know it's thin and slicey. I'm sure he knows.
That's not Brian. That's for sale in the secondary.
I got you. So it's not a transparent regrind.
No, it is, but it's someone selling it on the secondary. If I had to guess, Brian's running his 64 to 65.
The Falcon is just gorgeous. Double D. What is have you reached out to the guy and seen if he's open to trades, or is there anything you'd be open to trading?
I don't necessarily want a bug out, but it's a good price, and it's just I just want a piece of history because of Brian, but that's Yeah, those death scale grips are like 200 to 250 a set. That's a
Yeah, Death Grip is probably the premier scale maker in terms of value or price.
yeah, those are banging.
And some of their micarta are just amazing looking.
And that blade finish that he does on that blade, that's an upcharge. Normally, like if you send in I don't know if he's even doing more, but when he was doing before, that's like $200 just for the blade finish.
I want a mirrored, like a polished finish like that.
So it's weird. It's called it's like a hazy because it's actually complete mirror, and then he tumbles it so it has like it looks almost like just think of a normal tumbling, but how it has that kind of like that pattern to it. It's that over top of like little random scratches over top of the mirror. It's cool as shit.
Pull that back up.
Right.
Let me get to it. There you go. So you can see how it's actually smaller. You see like those little marks in there?
I think I see what you're talking about.
Are you on a Mac? How'd you just zoom that?
Yeah, I just Command Plus or.
Oh, I don't have a Mac.
Well, yours would be
Control.
No, the other one down at the bottom. Next
Function.
To your space bar.
Alt.
Dude, that thing is badass.
Yeah. So here's
I want to learn how to do that.
There's another look at it.
Look at that. How
So it's almost hazy, so you can see how that's just cloud reflection, that stuff there. But you can still see right there. There's those little.
Because I like how you still got your mirror finish, but
it's a user mirror finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he modify a blade or does he start from scratch? He starts from scratch, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's a complete blank. He took a blank piece of steel and actually made that blade to fit it.
That's amazing.
Dude. Crap, pal.
Ryan, that's a gorgeous knife, dude.
Well, let's put it this way. That blade is well over 300. Those scales are over 200, not including the knife and everything else. And the dude's selling for $450 your best offer.
Have you reached out to him?
No, I just saw it like literally while we were on here talking.
Kyle, this thing is extremely slicey.
Which one? Hang on, I was looking something else.
Ryan's fret.
I was about to say that's my knife.
He's in there with their donut, Ryan.
And it's got the edgy. Can you see the little chick?
Oh, I see her.
I cut myself with the first one of these. I let it kind of slip and it hit my palm. And Kyle, your bevel is so much smaller than mine was. And you did that, you said at 20?
I'd have to go back and look. 20 or 21, something like that. Yeah.
Would it be where you clamped it that would make my bevel look a little bit wider? Or maybe I'm curious where you did. If they did it at 21, that might be the difference.
Well,
and it wasn't like night and day. It wasn't like hugely different. Yours just looked so much crisper and thinner.
Let me see if I can look at the.
It was a thinner bevel. Hey, Ed.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to my notes to see what it was.
Ed, AW scales, AWTs are chef's kiss. I got some right here. I've got some on my PM2. I had some on my Mini Adamas as well. I recently replaced those with some contoured Lex International because he sent me some to try out. But these are. Have you got any AWTs, Ryan? Applied Weapons Technologies?
Not yet. I'm looking at some for a couple of my spider goes.
Do you have a mini Adamas?
Me?
A bug out mini Adamas?
No.
They make a great set of scales for the mini Adamas that don't have the holes. I've actually got rock scale design scales on my other two. I've got 3 PM2s. One Tanto, one Warncliffe, and one Drop Point.
This is the one I was telling you about. It has horrific. Look at this. The blade stick on this thing, or the lock stick.
Have you loosened up your body screws and just make sure you don't have any tweaking in your liners?
Yeah, that needs tuning. That's all that probably needs.
That's all it needs is tuning, dude. You've got one of your body screws is probably tighter that's pinching the liner in an area that's making it.
So these screws back here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd loosen them all a little bit and just kind of wiggle with it and see if you get lock stick and then slowly tighten them back
Wiggle
up.
with it?
Wiggle it, yeah. What would you do, Kyle? You're better at tuning than me.
Wiggle with it?
Okay, Ryan, put it back up on camera. And show the handles part. So, like, if you're holding the blade. Okay. So, oh, yeah. Okay. So that one doesn't have the up front. So, yeah, I would loosen all on both sides, get it so they're not completely out, but they're just kind of barely loose. Tighten them a little bit all the way around, kind of like a tire. So you're just doing a little bit on each corner, back and forth until you get even pressure. It seems like you got more pressure on one side than the other.
And you haven't touched the pivot, Kyle, right? You're just messing with the body.
No, I'm talking about everything. I'm talking pivot too.
Yeah, that's what I would think. So you're just getting everything where it's kind of able to reset itself, so to speak.
Yeah. So like if here, I don't have my PM2. Well, I've got a. What do I have here? Okay. Well, here I've got this one. You'll recognize. So.
Oh yeah.
What I would do is I would take, the screw on all those sides, loosen those up to where they're still connected, right?
Right.
And then as it's together, go a little bit tighten, a little bit tighten, a little bit tighten, a little bit tighten, a little bit, back and forth until you get all the way around, and then just slowly work all the corners until you get it complete where it's straight and squared up, and there's no chance of it twisting. Or take it completely apart and double check and make sure that there's nothing going on with the washers too.
I think your first solution will probably fix it.
Yeah, and I'm saying that would be you take it apart after if you can't get it lined up with the just readjusting your screws all the way around.
Because this one don't have it at all.
Right.
I mean, it's just smooth as it can be, but I'm talking this is just.
Well, like to me, the one you just showed, the second one, that's even too tight. Like I got mine tuned where it's a lot lighter than that dropping. Still without blade play.
Yeah. So
you can play around with them and get, but you have to mess around with getting all the screws at the right tension.
Dude, be up. Happy Be Up Day, everybody. I need to do the same thing with this Benchmade Mini Adamas because it's not centered up, and it was before I did the scale mod. And I know I either bent the liner a little bit or jacked it up when I was getting my axis bar back in. That may be as good as I can get it. I mean, it's not anywhere close to rubbing. It's just my OCD would like it to be. That's a Mini Adamas, Ryan. They usually have 3 holes in them. It's crew wear.
Yeah, I do not have one of those.
This one cut me in a big way. I was tightening up the pivot. I had it sitting like that, and it just fell, just like that, and it hit my pinky. And I thought, wow, thank God it hit my fingernail, and it went
Hey.
all the way through my fucking nail, dude. That thing
This
was hanging
daggone
off.
bulldog has got my pinky about 3 times. I've got to remember when I'm messing with this thing to keep my pinky off of. I got to drop it down here on the. Now it's hit my fingernail every time. I've got a
little groove in it.
I've got a definite valley in my pinky fingernail now. Just
How you like slicing with that thing?
dude, this knife is dangerous.
Yeah, it's they're great knives.
Yeah.
I've not sharpened one yet, but I haven't had to. But I could put my neutron on a stone. This one could probably use a little sharpening, a little love. I wouldn't know where to start. I'd have to do my Sharpie trick.
Is that a neutron?
This is the original. This is a neutron. This is my first TRM. I traded this with 150 cash and a Finch. I traded it with Marco, but I can't remember which Finch I traded with the cash. And it came with it came with my Carta flat scales.
Ryan, you want to see another cool one?
Yes, I'm always down to.
Take a look at that knife.
Let's see where we at.
Ooh. The handles give me Helix vibes, but if I get past the handle, I love the blade. Is that like milling on the top part?
Yeah. There's the backside.
What kind of witch is it? A bar lock?
Yep.
That is
But the difference is his bar locks are super strong. It feels like a D10.
Does he usually go to what's it called? Vulcan?
Yeah, I got the page open right now. I'm getting ready to show the specs on it. That's a big boy too. Look at that. 4-inch long blade. 9.1 overall. It's only 4 ounces.
It's not many people make 4-inch long blades anymore, really.
And look at that.
400 shipped.
And it's a custom knife made in the USA.
Damn, dude. There are a lot out there. I mean,
there's cool stuff. Let me find the other one he just put up.
Where's Vulcan Knives at?
They are located
Northwest.
They are in. I was just on like Google. University Place, Washington.
There you go, Ryan.
Let's see. Bro, I like that.
Is it aluminum and
no, that one is
the body, is it titanium? Titanium.
That's only 3 3/8, and then
Damn steel with an HRC. You don't see that much.
8 inches overall. Titanium scales with cutouts and blue titanium liners, and the liners have the matching Damon steel pattern that have been lasered on. $500.
Dude, he makes some wicked. How are you getting them to blow up? He makes some wicked little fixies too.
Yeah, that one's cool. Then he has this one too on there, Ryan. Same model with different colors. But you can see there how he did the titanium liners to make it look like a blade.
That's what I was about to ask, if like the scales, if that was all one piece or if that was 2 different pieces.
No, this is.
I see the line. That's what I'm seeing. Like, is your titanium liners in the purple parts of scale, right?
Yeah. So this is the liner. This is the scale, and then he just has that laser to match the blade. And then, but on the other one, it was the same thing. It was titanium liner here, and then titanium scale over top of it. Then that one's just.
Dude, that's badass.
That is gorgeous. What do they call that blade?
I don't care for that, but that's a love it or hate it type of thing.
But what is the treatment on the blade? What are they calling that?
Badassery.
Yeah.
Acid splatter wash.
Wow.
Bad acid splatter wash.
That's only $400.
$400 ship for that thing.
Yep.
Maybe by hand. That's fascinating, dude.
Yeah, I like this one. That
I like that one.
But I don't like that at all.
Yeah, the little bolt.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, and then there's that little fixed blade.
That claw, I think that's what they call that. Is that no? That's a chisel grind, or is it?
No, that's a full grind.
Okay, I can't. It looked chisel from here.
Yeah, he does some badass work though. I like that Tanto a lot too.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people making.
Like that's wicked.
I find something new. I mean, with you guys, it is Be Up Day. Let's share this. Here, a picture Stevie put up. I'm sure they'll talk about it tonight. I didn't realize it was. So you think I push Alt? I wonder what I push to make it bigger.
Plus. And then minus is
plus. Control plus. Is that making it bigger for y'all?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Control plus. That is the man, Jason Brown, with Maddie and said Stevie. That's a Kaiser Momo. That is a very slick knife. I've given a couple of those away. A mini Momo.
5-door. I've talked to the dude. He's a cool dude, and he's legit out of P&W. And I know people have bought from him too. So
look at Eugene.
Like I don't like bar locks, but that if I was going to own one, that would be the company I own from because it actually feels strong.
Tell me if y'all are bored with Instagram. Oh, check it out.
I'm bored.
I know. I'm not grabbing any version, but it looks like they got liner locks. They got budget ones.
Good for him.
And the only fatal flaw for me, oh, look, they did a regular pivot. This one's got the mustache, but these look like they've got a circle, which at least would help my OCD. Again, what do we got there?
Ryan, did you see private chat? I did send you that link.
Yes, I was actually just trying to. I'm actually replying to it right now.
You know what that is?
It's a lighter.
A lighter and a flashlight.
That's like an old school lighter.
It looks like a Calibre lighter.
Yeah, it's let's see what it did. It take y'all to the shop page? Yeah, no.
Oh, good luck. Now you're gonna you stopped on that. Now you're gonna get ads for that and everything related to it for the next month.
Well, I can easily. You know how to stop that, don't you? When it comes up on your
not click on it.
It's a Kickstarter. Well, that's one way. Kickstarter, all-in-one lighting companion. What is it? I still don't know what it is. So it's a flashlight. Got a funky ass. I don't think it has any striking capability. Look at that. Looks more worthless now than I thought it was. It's like a tripod light. All right. That was not no bueno. Look at my IG messages. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull them up.
What up, Be Up Day?
Ooh. This is the Wasp that Richard ordered. He looks like he got a signature series. Check this out. This is one of Very Good Knife Companies. And Nitro. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Something's fucked up was happening. I did my little
If you kept going in too much, it's going to blow up, so you have to do control minus to minimize back down.
Oh man.
Oh man. Shortcuts.
Let's see.
Oh.
Now it's got my whole thing jacked up.
Okay, when you get on there, just hit control minus a bunch of times, and it'll shrink it back down.
Okay.
Not the end of the world.
It's not, but man, that was unnerving. I'll be honest with you. It was unnerving. I was trying to do the right thing and share where y'all could see this awesome little knife.
Now,
and the wasp is only 6 3/4 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Can y'all see that? Okay.
Yeah. So think of it this way: if you wanted to make that larger, just hit Control plus like 3 times, and then when you're done, you want to leave, just hit Control minus 3 times, and it'll go back to the same size.
What's weird is I'm doing it. I need to be doing it on the page, don't I?
Yeah.
Control plus. All right. I went the wrong way. Control minus. Control minus. Control minus. That's as big as I can get it. Then control plus. Control plus. Control plus. Shane Gable sent something.
I would not show that. Just because you don't know what it is.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know what it is. I'm just saying.
Man, there's so much. That's pretty interesting. This is in that YouTube group. Check this out. This picture. Not my jam. What do you think of that?
Hang on. Go back to it. I couldn't see it very well. Do your Control plus. I want to see that.
Control minus. Control minus. Control minus.
Not minus, plus.
Well, Control plus makes it go smaller.
Oh, then your keyboard's backwards somehow.
Something's fucked up. But it looks like a dagger with a couple of blood grooves.
That kind of reminds me of like the Archangel handle from Chart by Design, but it's got a.
I was trying to see what it was called, and we'll look it up and see if it's a liner lock. Shit. Doesn't say anything on there what it is.
What's wrong, buddy?
That knife sold.
Did it really?
Yeah. Before I could even figure out how to get to it.
Which one are you looking for?
That one with Kyle was showing off.
Oh man.
Dang it, boy.
It happens, dude.
Oh, it'll be all right. Yeah, it ain't no big deal. It's not like I need another knife. You know what I'm saying?
What's weird is the fact that the dude, if it's sold, why didn't he mark it as sold? Or he didn't mark it as anything. It still showed that it was available.
He said it had just sold. It's just sold. So I think it sold right before I got in touch with him finally.
Kyle, check out what showed up on my feed.
Sorry, dude.
Oh, it ain't no big deal. Like I said, it's not like I need another knife anyway.
Right, but it's still like
that's fault. I mean, you shouldn't have it up there if it's not available.
Bro, that thing was so good looking though.
Jason's got a link. He was hopefully going to pop on. He's got some interesting stuff he's been working on. He's doing some V2 J-Cals. Let me go to his page.
Terry.
Brass Brigade.
Double D. They're cool. I've held one of his Vulcan knives, and they're really nice.
There's some grip tech for you. Look at the grind on that weird guy.
Yeah, that is strange.
Dude, he makes a wicked knife, man.
He is a very unique artist. His perspective, and I mean, he's come like everybody, he's come a really long way. And he's experimenting with stuff that, again, people are asking him for it, but he's not afraid to do it. He's not afraid to try stuff. Look at those little guys. See those little holes in the blade? That's how he does his choils.
Yeah.
He grinds those out. But he look at that Slurpee saver. But yeah, I'm a fan in the man, and his knives are just a bonus. Look at that little chode.
That's a neat little thing.
Just wicked, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like not for cutting cheese, but none of his stuff is really for cutting
Hey,
cheese.
scroll back up and look at these scales right here. I saw these the other day. I think that's
These right here?
Yeah.
He gets some of this recyclable circuit board and Ultim and does some really cool stuff with them.
What is that? Just like a clear resin he put on top of it?
It's Ultim. You know, that clear Ultim, which is like amber. And then I think he's putting, let's see.
Piss plastic?
Piss plastic. Yeah, we'll ask him. Hopefully he'll pop on. I thought this was pretty cool. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yep, that is very cool.
Yeah, I've never tried that.
I like that green and black.
All right, guys, here's one to start Monday off. 340 ships this reground tripper, my very first dagger, and a push dagger. 340 ships, DM if interested.
Yeah, if y'all aren't following Jason, he throws some whack stuff up. I'll drop his.
Hey, scroll back up. That one right there to the right. That one to the right.
Whoop.
Next one.
That's you, isn't it?
God, man, that's a sexy knife.
Dude, that is sick. Look at that choil.
So sexy.
But that thing's
all right, guys, here's a super ergonomic one. Nice little palm swell. Good size EDC blade.
Yes, it is.
So it's thick enough to handle everyday.
And I've never met Jason in person, but I spent a lot of time with him online. And I'm telling you guys, he is.
Hi, I'm Scarlett, and I am from the Brass Brigade, and I'm 9.
And I'm Jason from the Brass Brigade. So my daughter Scarlett wanted to do a little blind bag giveaway.
He's just, I mean, the dude's awesome. He's somebody, like you say, when you're supporting small businesses, check that out.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
And some of my favorite stuff that he posts is this stuff. That's not one. I shouldn't show it, but I'm going to share him because if I was you guys, I would follow him on IG because he posts some cool stuff.
He does. He does. For sure.
And he's a good guy. I mean, he really is. There's so many good guys. I could talk for hours about people that I respect. One of the ones that I think I talk about I don't think he sells a lot.
It was a good buy. Like after I put it in my hand, it's definitely well worth everything that I paid for it.
If y'all are at any blade shows, because you really got to see and feel. Look. Uh-oh. You've really got to see these knives in person. But these Colin McGuire's are freaking awesome. I'm not into chef's knives, but he does chef's knives.
Ooh. So, John, you know, you're talking about that. Hang on, let me get this up.
Let me stop sharing. Hold on. You got something?
Yeah, give me 1 second. So you were showing off that. What was that knife? That was an artisan knife. Let me pull this up. Here is the real deal. That is a Kestrel.
Ooh. What's the story with that? Is that
That's an actual
knife?
That's Laconico Custom.
Okay.
Yeah, and guy just put it up for sale like 5 minutes ago.
Where are you looking at these? That looks like a different site that I've ever seen.
Well, this is just picture site. This is Imager. Someone just shared the pictures, but
are you on Blade Forum or something like that?
On Knife Swap. He wants too much money for it for me, but that's a cool knife, man.
What I found, and again, who is it? It's A to Z who doesn't believe in this, but anytime I've seen a knife listed on Blade Binger anyway, I'll always ask. You know, I'd be interested if it was closer to this or closer to table. I never send something insulting unless it's insulting above table price. But I just think it's it's wise to see, because a lot of times I know when I'm trying to sell something, I want it to go. You know, I don't want to leave money on the table, but at the same time, if somebody like Kyle reached out and said, "Hey, man, I like that knife, but I'm used to seeing them, or I'd feel more comfortable around 650." You know, I might throw you a 675 back, even if I was at 775 to start with, just to move it.
Right. No, I get that. I'm not saying it was a bad price. It's just more I think I would want to pay for it. He's got it below table, but not by a lot.
What's up, Drew, dude?
How rare are those? I mean, they're pretty rare, aren't they?
He does batches of them, but not very often. So I mean, I've seen him go for as low as like 375, 400, all the way up to, I think table on was like 650.
Hey, to change the subject just a hair, does anybody know what SPK's doing? If they're focusing their efforts on producing more Lamias, or are they working with any other makers to do any collabs anybody's been made aware of?
I'm not familiar.
He told me the other night when I contacted him that he should be having some more Lamias out before too long.
Is that what you're working towards?
I won't. Well, I'll tell you what. It was that video I sent y'all is what really made me want one. I would like that. I like that green anodized one.
You saw the one that he put up for auction not long ago, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
God, that thing was gorgeous.
God, I know. And then what he's doing, like with the milling on the titanium scales.
Yeah,
bro, it's so sick.
I wish he would go back to crew wear, but I understand why he is doing what he's doing.
What is it with Elemax?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
everybody's clamoring for the crew wear.
Well,
I like it.
I like it because I don't know if I'd know that much difference. And I think if I had, since I don't know enough difference, I'd be probably just as happy with the L Max. Is this the green one you're talking about?
Let's see. Yes, that thing is just nasty looking.
Well, he's the reason why he did L Max was basically because he said no one else is doing this, so I'm going to do it. So F them. Yeah,
I like him, man. I think one of the most.
I got one of his sharks.
Those are
do you really?
Yeah, was it Revision 2 or Gen 2?
Like this guy right here?
That's natural micarta.
Dude, what a great knife.
I'm surprised you didn't try to get sell some stuff to try to get one of those guppies, John.
I didn't know about it. What's the guppy?
That's Brian Kim's knife.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I just haven't been on the ball, dude. I've kind of been, like I tell people, it's I think it's a cross between a little bit of depression and a lot of creative block. There's my little group right there. That's my crew wear. And the first fret.
Yep.
I forgot you had that Lamia, John.
Yeah, I love my Lamia. I checked out Lord Needham's Lamia.
That texture right there. I love that texture.
I was thrown between a Lamia and an Oz Rosie, and I was going to get one of the two, and I didn't know which. And the Lamia came up on Blade Binge a little high. I messaged the guy, and this is a Friday the 13th. Mine's a Friday the 13th from a couple of years ago, with the distressed black. They also did it in an orange in the crew wear. I think it's a Gen 3. I could be wrong, but it was one of the first ones that came on bearings. There's another post I put up.
Yeah, it's in my top 5 as far as best sharpenable knives.
Well, that's good to know, because I thought I would like the Rosie better. I really thought the
Lamia is a way better knife than the Rosie.
I liked it better. This is the same gen that I got. This was the other color that they made. That drop was the orange or the black. So it was a Halloween drop, or Friday the 13th before Halloween, 2023.
Drizzy, you want to know the reason why he did that? So the Shark isn't normally priced. The Shark isn't priced at what it is because of its value. It's priced there because that was a middle finger to a bunch of manufacturers to oversee small fixed blades and charging astronomical prices. He wanted to prove a point that it could be done in the U.S. with a better product for a much better price. And that's the only reason why he did it at that price point. It wasn't to make money.
And I think even with the Elemax, I think it's a great knife.
No, I'm just saying that he's doing it to prove a point.
Right.
And it wasn't about making money off of that knife. Is he making money? Probably a little bit, not by much, not a lot, but it's a matter of just flipping off people saying that it could be done. So that's why he priced it. If he really wanted to price the Shark accordingly, it would probably be $250 to $280.
It's a beautiful little knife. It's a little bit bigger than the T. Denny Apprentice, which I'm a big fan of. I've shown you guys that knife before, but it's a good bit smaller than the Shark. It looks like it. I've had people tell me it looks like a ripoff, but I assure you it's not. I'm not going to dig for it. Richard, that makes me so happy, dude. I like it without the lanyard hole too. But I'm not a lanyard guy, and I know some people really like a little tail. And I'll tell you who does them as good as anybody is Aries EDC. His feel like an extension of the knife, and so does Jason. I wasn't going to dig, but I knew this one was close.
Although I will say this, though. Drizzy has got your most recent acquisition fixed blade is, to me, a better slicer and cutter than that Shark. And it's in a better steel and got more story to it, so that's cool.
I think that's very cool. And like I'll say, I mean, it well exceeded anything I thought it would be. Watch it.
You didn't see his, did you?
No.
Let me see if I can find it.
No, I was just talking in watching from going back to Blade Show, the ones that we were carrying around, and the fact that, you know, Shane was so wise about that, and he saw things right away he wanted to modify.
Let me get to there.
While he looks for that, I'm going to show you another really inexpensive. If you like a shilling cutler or cutter, a shilling cutter, this is the CJRB Sasha. Ooh, is that a little? That's a joke, or is that a?
Yeah, that is the only one in existence like that, with that tip. It actually curves out like.
Yeah, it's got a little splinter digger at the end.
And then
it's like a mini joke boat.
Yeah, but it's the difference is it's taller. So like John's is only about up to the middle of the lady as far as where the your blade is, John. This one is much taller.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a higher, or what I call, like, the blade is where the grind starts, is the top of mine, if not even shorter than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's only halfway. I mean, that's got a lot taller grind.
That thing is insanely thin as well too. That's probably one of the thinnest knives he's made to date.
Is it just hard to make those little guys? Because I knew he wasn't fired up about making more of them.
I don't think there was a
huge demand.
Yeah, there wasn't a big push for it. I mean, it was cool as far as an idea, but I don't know that it ever came to fruition the same way that he thought it would. And it wasn't done to be like
mass produced where he made a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't designed to be like a breadwinner. It was designed to be just as a joke, and then
kind of a shot across the bow.
Yeah, here's the one with the sheath that Terry made for it. Looks awesome.
Oh, that does look awesome. Does it got a lanyard too?
Yeah.
That is slick. I'm biased, but I think the sheath on that fret, and I think that fret, I don't want to cut myself with it.
I love that sheath.
Dude, when you get it in your hand, to me, it feels great. Like I told Shane, I've got to get one that I can just absolutely use, because I felt nervous about using any of the ones that have come across. But I mean, it'd be a fun knife. I did on the first one. I cut a shitload of cardboard, but the edge on this one and the edge that I put on the first one, even though it was a good edge, are night and day. I mean, Kyle's, and I think the Thug is sick.
I like those rosin handles.
Rosin?
Rosin.
You guys make fun of it, but if you know anything about concentrates, which I'm not a big user of concentrates.
Just kidding, buddy.
There's a huge difference in live rosin and resin. And that's where I get
the only
confused.
thing he's not a big user of.
That's true. Well, you know why? Because it's sticky. It's messy. I mean, it's a kid's game. Granted, a dab is delicious, and you're vaporizing a much smoother, refined concentrate of the plant, but it's sticky and it's messy and it's gummy, and I don't got time for that shit. I'm an old man. I'm not a big edibles guy either. Newsflash. Unless I'm somewhere like Blade Show.
Ooh, I got a $1 million idea, Ryan.
What's up?
Let's do Mexican pizza edibles.
Ooh, stop it.
Damn.
Stop it. That determination as he just walks right past her.
Then think you buy the Mexican pizza edible. You have to buy another Mexican pizza or two of regular ones just to get the munchies when you're done with it.
Oh, it would be and you know, the people
That would be an idea that Taco Bell would definitely buy.
Well, the legit cultivators, the people that know what they're doing, will take, and they make presses, but they do it themselves with cheesecloth and a double boiler. They will take a bunch of the flour and they will turn it into butter. They will literally boil it in butter, and they will take what looked like yellow butter, and by the time they've drained it and run it through this cheesecloth to get all the particulates out, it's like a stick of green butter. And you can use that butter to cook spaghetti, cook cookies, cook anything, and it's just magical. It really is. And I'm not a big fan of edibles because, like I say, you don't really know. I don't like to feel goofy. I don't like to necessarily feel that, what would you call it? Inebriated. And edibles will do that to you.
A whole entire bag of Amazon mushroom gummies doesn't.
That not.
No, that was a experiment that I've if you've noticed, I've not replayed that game.
How many am I supposed to take? Just 3 or 4. How many have you taken, John? Oh, I got most of the bag done. I'll just finish it off.
Well, again, they're anytime you get something like that, you've got to assume the weakest. And I misjudged because they had a little kick to them. But there's nothing better. And I'll say this.
He kept saying, "Hey, these things should not be on there. These things are really strong." As he's grabbing another handful of gummies and eating them.
Right.
But they're so much different than if you've ever done a real like dried, natural from God shroom. They're so good that there's not a comparison. You could tell with those that they gave you the feeling for a little while, but that there was something not right. And I'm sure a lot of it was lab done.
They're just something not right as he's eating more.
Right. Read that.
You actually don't.
Yeah, it was. Let me tell you, they were a little bit on the sketchy side. I will give it that. And I've had like one of my earliest streams. It was when I was streaming from the couch, and it was like probably my 2nd, 3rd, 5th, or 6th. I had Grateful Panic sitting beside me because he was still living with me. We were on one camera, and I had to leave the stream, walk out to my porch, and projectile puke mushrooms, and come back in and stream for another 2 hours. It was brutal. I'd gotten some from, God, I forgot where, but I ate way too many. I ate a heroic dose, and you do not want to do that. Mushrooms are, to me, a medicinal herb that should be respected. I did not respect it that night, and I paid dearly.
You guys remember the stream that Stevie did that heroic dose on and just like sat there freaking out?
How was that, like 3 years ago?
At least.
Yes, I do. And his eyes looked just kind of like he was focusing on camera that wasn't there.
Yeah.
I still think the greatest was Alex debating Brian. And Alex was so shrimmed up, he couldn't keep his thoughts together. And he kept saying, I can't do this. Y'all remember that? It was on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's funny stuff. Where's he located? What state is SPK in? Do you know?
I forget exactly.
Let me see if it says on his bio here.
I want to say New York.
Well, I would think that would be a very restrictive place, and it seemed like he was at a very maybe he's in New York State where it's not
Yeah,
as.
I'm not saying the city. I think he's just in New York, upper or
upstate New York. They are in upstate New York. Yeah, that Lamia is a beautiful knife. I will say that, and I'm glad, even though I still would really love one day to have a Rosie. I think it's a great knife. I'm glad I went with the Lamia when I did, because to me it feels more stable, feels more solid, feels like a knife I can.
The Rosie is okay. The Rosie XL is a much better one.
See, I don't, and oddly enough,
the Rosie XL I handled at Blade Show, and I was thinking like I want this to be a little bit smaller.
And like I was saying, Ryan and I went on Sunday. They had Rosie XL still there, and the Rosies had been gone since Friday, which shows that they're not as popular. Now, if anybody's looking for a mini Arius with a flipper, and they've got a nice Rosie. Oh, that's trade fodder there for the right knife.
Unfortunately, the market value has shifted dramatically on those.
I know. I'm not talking straight across. I'll trade with cash.
Even on the regular Koenigs.
No, I wasn't trying to say you were, John. I just was saying it's weird how like the trade value of or the market value of those drops significantly more when it's a better knife.
Oh yeah, and they sit now. You know, they used to sell right away.
Well, a lot of knives are doing that, but it's wild what some of those are going for. So like the Corda is the pattern with a little bit of engraving on it. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I did one of those for someone not long ago. And after I did it, he ended up turning and selling it. I think he sold it for like $650, which was not a bad price.
100 under.
I think it's a little bit more with that pattern.
Yeah, with that pattern, it would have been.
I
need to take this one apart. It's not dropping right from the start.
Like I saw one go like in the last 2 weeks for like, it was like, I think 415, 420.
Well, I ain't selling this for that. I'll keep it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they've dropped significantly. I saw a full size one go for $375 not long ago.
Are Rosie still holding their value like they always do?
But the full size one it was a user. It had scratches and stuff on it, so it would need to be either, blasted or something. But for that price, it's worth it.
And I told you my buddy A to Z successfully flipped his S5 on eBay for like twice what he had in it.
I think you should too, personally.
Well, if I was more plugged in, if I do it with him, I'll have to find his skin.
Kyle, I read something the other night. You were talking about how the prices of those Ariuses have dropped or dropping. And the points this guy was making made a lot of sense. It's because the Arius has already been out for I guess so long, so to say, and they haven't really changed anything. He said when they do drops, they skeletonize it, and they skeletonize it in a different way, or they put a different texture on it, but they're not changing anything. They're not doing anything. And what he was saying is everybody that absolutely loves the Arius has already got the Arius.
Yeah, but okay.
But there are people coming into the community every day.
Yeah.
And that like he was, I wish I could remember the points he was making, but it made sense to me as to why, especially on secondary, that like
I get that, but if that's the case, then why did Chris Reeves still have waitlist?
Yeah.
I mean they haven't changed anything in 5+ years.
Yeah.
Other than steel.
Right.
I mean, there's certain iconic designs that are that way. The Rosie hasn't changed much in the last, and it's been out roughly the same time, maybe just a little bit less than the Arius.
God, I hate those skeletonized ones with the skeletonized scales. I don't think I'd have one of those.
You're talking about the Arius?
No, the eyes.
Oh, the eyes, yeah.
That has the literally, like you can see the blade and everything through it. It's like a skeleton scale.
The paraframe Rosie.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's just
But
I understand what you're saying. They were talking about Koenig was talking about a drop, and this guy got on there and said, "It's just going to be another skeleton." He said, "That's all y'all could do with it is just change the style of the skeleton." And sure enough, the drop was another skeleton, and it was actually one that we've all seen before.
But if they're selling, what difference does it make to them?
Well, I mean, that's the way I am too. If I've got something that, that's it.
And that looks good.
I think
that's not too skeleton-y.
I think it looks good too.
I like that a lot, actually.
I think it was $1,070 when I looked at it today. Hey,
now that's different.
So here's the thing with what Arius did. So like they tried to
look at that one that's right up under that skeleton. Sorry, Kyle. I didn't mean to cut you off.
This one right here?
Over one more. To the left. To the left. That one right there.
Yeah, that's hot.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, but that's also a crazy expensive version.
I'm sure that was $4,000 or $5,000.
Yes, auction.
That's definitely
a little more.
What is that material on that titanium? Just more titanium, or is it some kind of copper?
I don't know. It's probably some kind of copper.
They don't make. Didn't they used to make? Yeah, this knife.
The Goblin.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So Koenig branched out and did the mini Goblin, and it was not successful at all.
Yeah.
People hated the going to a different look. And
but they're supposed to be coming out with something else here, I think, next year.
Yeah, but okay, so but in that same vein, you look at Oz, they did the Rosie, they did the Rosie XL, not much variant, or there's no variants, and then they did that fixed blade, which is ugly as shit. And then they teased a new design that is horrendous. Like they don't have much innovation either. I mean, it's wild what.
But some of those that don't have the little hole are slick, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's boring as shit.
Well, it's the same pattern, and the Oz is, without a doubt, a very basic bitch knife at its core. That's why when I first handled one when they were still at Blade Show at 2022, I didn't get it. it was until Lord Needham sent me his, and I handled. My buddy A to Z has both. I came to appreciate it, but then when I had the choice to buy one or buy the Lamia, to me it wasn't a choice.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing: is it a bad knife? No. I respect the manufacturing. I respect the milling on it. It's not for me. Yeah. And I think that there were better knives than money out there.
They could do an M. I mean, the medium would fit perfectly.
I would rather probably have, for the price or a little bit higher than that, I'd rather have a Utzler, a duck. I'd rather have protein.
What would you call it?
A Utzler, a duck.
How do you spell that?
EUTSLER.
That looks like a Leah. I wouldn't I called it wrong.
That blade gives me some Benza vibes.
It's giving me a.
He's got a lot of cool designs.
Oh yeah, he does.
Does amazing work.
Never heard of these before. Yeah, those
there.
are,
So, go back down one row. That one right there, second from the left.
This one?
Yeah, that's hot.
That is a gorgeous knife. Is that honeycomb in a different knife?
I like that little honeycomb pattern back there.
That's he does different variations. He's got the duck, he's got the mini duck, he's got another model.
This is called the neutralizer, I think.
The neutralizer is the other model he's got. Yeah, he's got some really cool looking stuff
Where'd you find this guy?
He's been around for a couple of years, man.
Dude, I'm such a basic knife bitch. That's probably my favorite design. That's the Utzler, I think. Very nice. What was the other one you said you'd rather have?
A Prince Customs protein.
I've seen. I'll tell you who just did one of those was Rob's Nerdy Knives.
Yep.
And I think Tri-State did one.
Or the same thing, like for the price of a Rosie, you can get a brown Cortex.
Is that him? Oh yeah, the Cortex is the top one. But
I'd much rather have a Cortex than I would a Rosie.
He makes such a nice knife.
Yeah.
This guy?
Yes.
Yeah, Prince Customs.
So like early on, I know there was I had heard some horror stories of some QC issues, but then
I love that knife right there.
Things got worked out. He's done some really cool stuff going forward, and his customer service has been top notch. I'll tell you who's got some most nice. Actually, right there, that picture back up on the Hank.
This one.
Both of those pictures on the Hanks. That one. That's Matt D. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the Matt D.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous, dude. That's a deep hollow grind, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got.
Now, what's that? Is that a $900 knife, $1,000 knife with that pattern? Because that looks a little more intricate.
Yeah, roughly right around. Like they start around like $758.
See, I love the fact that it's a dude. It's a dude and his family. I don't know why that. I just think that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think the base models start pretty reasonable at the same price point as a lot of these American customs, CNC customs are.
That CRK looks like it's got a big old blade hole. But an interesting grind. The Nucleus frame lock. And then, yeah, Craig Brown.
Hey, way to go. You got his first name right.
What do I usually call him?
You call him a different Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, you call him Chris Brown. You've called him all kinds of things.
That's not right. That's 170 followers. What's
I think
the
just
under?
brown knives.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. And the FSD is impressive, but this knife, and I've handled them both and reviewed them both, this knife is chef's kiss.
Yeah, I'd love to have a Cortex XL. That's a see. There's another picture from Matt D. Matt D's got all the fire.
Well, where'd you see one from Matt D? Which one?
Right
This
there
one
at the
here?
hang. Yep.
I don't think I'm following the Matt D.
He's in a lot of live streams. He's in Maddie's all the time. He's got fire. He hung out with Stevie. He went to the Pacific Northwest Blade Show with those guys.
How close are we to said faction? Hold
on. 10 minutes.
12 minutes.
Which is good timing because I'm going to go get some pizza.
All right.
I'm about to pass out.
You got anything to share, brother, before you hit the hotel bed? Shake off those bed bugs.
No, we don't. Bed bugs aren't normal here.
I'm kidding you.
Been staying here for a long time, and I've never had a problem with this place.
Well, dudes, I totally appreciate everybody hanging. I hope you have a great weekend. Stop by the live stream tomorrow at 2:30. All channel members. There will be a giveaway. There'll be a fixed blade, and there'll be some other swag, but there'll be a cool folder. I haven't quite decided on, but I'm thinking it may be a recoil lock, and it may be this knife right here, which is a CJRB with the recoil lock too, G10 handles. Really nice work knife, but we'll see. I might find something cooler. We will see. But guys, do me a favor. Thanks for stopping by. Look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.
Later.
Lights go dark, the stream comes on. Javon's here, the vibe is strong. Click and clack, the